We got it in the right order this time.
What's up? Hello.
Welcome back to the Mover and Gonky show. I am Mover. This is Gonky. We've got Wombat, and there's Doug.
That's right.
Practicing.
Great show. See you guys tomorrow. What?
And scene.
Yeah, that was the best show yet, guys.
Are we recording?
Nice job.
Are we actually live? Is
Are we
anyone
live?
watching? Do we want to?
Things are going well. There's a
continue
fair
the show.
chance we're not live.
That's true. That's true. Valid.
That's true. We've done that before.
Best take ever.
That has been. Remember, what was it with Special, where we started like the first 10 minutes of the show wasn't live at all?
It's hard to recreate the magic again.
That's hilarious, dude. Isn't it though? Like,
Yeah, 100%, dude.
that is true.
Gonky is your new sponsor, Yoga Pants, perchance?
No.
No.
At this point, I will take a sponsorship. Yes, but I wear them
Doug
all
will
the
be
time. They're great.
our model.
Ugh.
Gonky, how you been, man? What's new in the zoo?
No, dude. Same. Doing the dad thing. Kids. Yeah. Kids, and kids. School is starting up, although we homeschool, but it's yeah, man. It's the big lift is with the wife, but you know,
What does that mean exactly? That the big
Me-
lift is your wife?
Well, she bears the brunt
She doesn't
of-
watch this show, right?
on occasion.
I hope
When
she
there's-
didn't just hear that you said that the big lift was her.
What
No,
I
that's
mean
a
is,
compliment.
yeah.
Overcome
What I
the genetic
Yeah.
shortfalls of the children. That
100%.
Gonky.
Yeah,
That's
no, she
what
does
it
all
is.
the, she's responsible. I mean, she does all the teaching, right? She teaches every subject, and
Teaching
I'm basically the angry principal, right? If they don't
Yep.
listen, I roll in, do the dad thing, and then It's been busy.
Walk away. They go back to not listening.
Yes,
You basically
And I-
repeat that for about 4 hours a day, and that's
Yeah.
homeschooling.
I can tell them I can hear you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. How about you, Mover? What's been going on?
Well, I have a new book.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you do.
New book available for pre-order. October 20th, 2026 is when it comes out. Shameless self-promotion because I don't do it enough. The book is called Air One Origin. And I started writing this book actually when I came on the show and I said, hey, I quit my airline job. That was about 2 weeks after I started writing this. And about a month and a half, 2 months later, I had finished writing it, which Wombat, you can attest, 120,000 words in 60 days.
That's
is
impressive.
pretty push it up.
I think I'm up to about 40,000 words in like 2.5 years on
Yeah.
my current work in progress.
So I had, it was a labor of love. I pulled a lot of, let's call it, inspiration from my departure from the airline and kind of vented through the fictionalized, of course, vented through that, and then kind of a little bit of the transition to helicopters and fictionalized that, and then I added some, standard C.W. Lemoyne thriller panache.
Je ne sais quoi, if you
Je ne
can.
sais quoi, if you will. And now we've got Air One, and it's available for pre-order. And I honestly think it's the best shot of a TV series or film of everything I've ever written. So what it needs to do is do really well right out the gate. So I need people to pre-order it because that's what signals to Amazon that it's going to be a success and ranks it up higher and everything. So I'm pushing this one to try to get it to be successful.
Yes, because he wrote it when he quit his job, so he needs.
That's
this
all I have
one
to show for it. Yeah,
be
that's
really-
literally all I
really
have to show for it.
successful.
Yeah,
So-
I quit my 300,000. Actually, it's more than that because I was making $318 an hour. So what is that? Probably $320 a year if I'd have done it full time. So
Yeah, isn't that the rule of thumb? You take your hourly times 1,000 at a major.
roughly,
Ish.
roughly. I mean, it was American, so
I said ish.
not really. I mean,
said ish.
anyway. Wombat, how you been, man? Long time no see.
Good. Yeah, it's been busy since the last time I was on, and I somehow upset people because I explained how Blue Angels could be the best trained pilots on the planet, but also make mistakes. So a lot of hate from that, but went up. WOMBAT had her surgery. She's cancer free.
Hell yeah.
So
good
that's
news.
awesome. And then went down and saw the Gonky family for a little bit.
Great
That's
time.
pretty fun. And then came home and immediately went on a work trip, which was not fun. And here I am. So it just wasn't, man. Like, I just wasn't feeling it at all.
Okay.
I did take. Go ahead.
Wombat loses 300,000 between the seatbelt buckle from his race Porsche.
You know, depending on the
man.
denomination, that's not hard to do. I did have a guy on the Raptor forum. I made a comment on a Raptor forum about some guy he wanted somebody to talk him out of buying a Raptor R for 30,000 over sticker. And all I said was, I would never recommend buying a Raptor R that high over sticker. And somebody like flamed me and was like, that's because you don't have FU money. And I was like, well,
au contraire, my friend.
yeah. I was like,
Wombat was also on. Am I allowed to say this, that you were on the list? You got the offer? Same one I got. But
for the GTD? Yeah, absolutely. I turned it down before you did. You didn't turn it down.
I haven't turned it down yet. No, I got pushed to May of 2027. I've got plenty of time to scrounge up $300,000 from.
Yeah, I'm a bad
cushions.
Ford guy apparently, because I was like, thanks but no thanks. I'll keep the Porsche. But yeah, so this guy got mad. But anyway, went down there, saw Gonky, did a work trip that you guys have had those. Like, you just weren't feeling it the whole time. I did take the whole crew out for lunch.
Every time I went, every single time.
No.
Why do you think?
Well,
why do you think I just wrote a book about it?
No, I know. And I'll be the first. I don't want people to be like, oh, I don't want to be honest. Like, I don't feel that way every time. Like, that's the thing. Probably because I don't do it that much. But for some reason, I think it was just coming off everything, right? Like being up with my folks and helping them with some things and all the stress that was with that. And then going down for the beach vacation, you know, and there's stress with that. And then you get home and you're like, okay, I just want to sleep in my bed. And it's like, nah, no. So, but yeah, whatever. So it was good though. Like, it's good. I've been home. I'm technically on vacation now. So
nice.
Catching up on some things. I did do some writing on that trip mover.
What are you writing about?
The third book. I did. I put like 8,000 words down while I was.
Has he become an F-16 pilot now?
No, because this is a progression in career, not a regression. So I don't want to.
I don't know if there's a better progression than going from
more engines and tails.
Yeah, exactly.
We need more engines and tails.
Sorry, if you've been paying attention to my career at all, you know multi-engine is the way to go for me. So
the next one is, he's an airline guy now.
He might be. No, he's not. That was the most boring book in the world. Could you imagine Rattler as an airline guy? Just like, well, this is it. You got a Fresca back there, or what are we doing?
Bubbles in the back.
Bubbles in the back. No thanks. But yeah, so no, it's been good though, man. It's been good. Things are good. So
good. Douglas, status. He's muted. That's part of his problem.
That's my status.
Can I get that button for my kids?
90% plus.
90% plus.
Sure.
Everything's good. You have nothing to complain about.
I had to go back to my day job today.
That's a complaint.
Those are the worst in the world.
They're giving me free training. Free training.
We give you free training every week.
That's true.
How to deal with idiots. Idiot wrangling.
How to herd cats.
Yeah. Anyway, going to the comment section. Corvette World Rob says, pre-order Air One. Thank you. I appreciate it. The link is it's the pinned comment in the chat right now. We'll put it it's in the description too, and it'll be in the comment section for those of you that watch the VOD. Logan asked, why is Air One only digital right now? Why can't I pre-order physical? Wombat, you may know this. I think Amazon only allows you to pre-order digital.
Correct.
I don't think even when I haven't set it up yet. I mean, it's gonna be hardback and paperback, but I don't think it allows
I could never crack
Pre-order.
that egg. Could never crack.
I'll
that egg.
try. Because I'm waiting on some final editing stuff because I don't want to have to keep revising it. But
I think what it is because it's print on demand, right?
it should be able to pre-order.
I don't know. I couldn't do it with either book. So.
Either way, it's going to be available in those formats.
Why? Can I ask a question that I had that I probably should have asked you offline? But like, so pull up the title again. Just shameless plug, because why not? Right? Like this is God. It's like
depends. Are you about to make fun of it?
No, I have a genuine question that the readers want to know. So obviously your name, Air One, that's all great. Origin, like what's the? Is this like we're going back, or is this? Or do you just like that word? Like
so the idea is, let's say this turns into a TV series.
Okay. Hypothetically speaking.
You know how they tend to go off on their own. You know, they'll take stuff, they'll move it, you know, maybe put it in California or Florida or whatever. This is the origin story that sets everything up. So when this book ends, whether I continue writing it from where it is or whether someone picks it up and makes it a series or a movie or whatever, this is the origin story that's not going to change. But where it goes from there, it could possibly go many different directions. I'm trying to be flexible.
Okay. So, in other words, you want to set the foundation.
Correct.
And after
this is the series Bible,
movie or a series, you will sell out for. They could be Brokeback Origin, Brokeback Air 2.
No,
for the right amount of money.
To the max extent possible, I'm not going to allow that. But I do live in the real world where. You know, I know that I will end up having to ruin my own stuff eventually. I just know it. I mean, that's just the way it is.
That's fine. And that's great, though, because then it's content.
Yeah, then I write the next one. Yeah, eventually you get big enough that you have your own studio and you don't have to rely on that. And then you just go, here's my stuff, buy it. But we're not there yet.
Then on the stream nights, on the Nerd Up nights, we'll be playing Air One, the video game.
That's right. But you see, it's the origin of Air One because Air One makes it its appearance here. Like Air One is in a crate, and then by the end, it is not in a crate. You see what I'm saying? You follow me? You get those? You see the connection there? So that's it.
Movers attempt to anchor his IP in the winds of Hollywood.
Right there. That man is smart. Also,
no, that's good. No, I didn't understand the origin. That's all. So, and maybe somebody else didn't. So now I've helped you, but also give you an opportunity to put your book cover.
Well, I mean, so like you got Air One Origin, and then it'll be like Air One Miami, and then Air One. Like every book is going to be an Air One something. If I, as I continue, or Air One Retribution, Air One Vengeance. You know what I mean? It's like your treason flight thing. Why is it treason flight? Why is it always flight? Vengeance flight. Like, what's the next one going to be? Honor flight.
It's going to be. It's not honor flight.
Happy flight.
Anyway,
dude, I have a very squirrel brain.
Yeah, no. Well, it's written right there on my screen. But anyway, go ahead. So that's cool. I don't want to steal your thunder, man. You need to get the clicks right now, not me.
Becoming Rhino Flight.
Rhino Flight.
Weapon says if marijuana is basically mover writes himself into Airwolf. Prove me wrong, dude. I wanted to write a fan fiction where Gonky was the illegitimate son of Stringfellow Hawk.
That's hilarious.
Is it season 5 and 6 of Airwolf Mover? Just a little teaser.
You're gonna get me sued, dude.
I'm asking.
Remember we were talking about this with the Coming to America, and it's like it's McDowell's.
That's right. It's not McDonald's.
Anyway,
the Big Mac.
Go buy the book, please, everybody. Go buy the book.
Not the Big Mac.
It's gonna be awesome. I'm even gonna pre-order it because I know I won't get a free copy.
Well, that and it's. I mean, if $300,000 is couch money, what is $12?
Listen, it's not. Okay, if it was, do you think I'd be wasting my money with you two idiots for no pay? Come on, you're better than that.
Yeah, it's
I
called
would have
charity.
sold out
Look it
a
up.
long time ago.
No, it's called charity. This is what philanthropy. Rich people.
Wombats are not charitable creatures.
No. Listen, we had Jared Isaacman on the show. He's a billionaire with a MiG-29. He still showed up.
Yeah, I'm neither of those things.
You're better than that.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
You wear a hat.
I did. Awesome. Is that what makes me better? That's my
The hat
goal in my
is very
career.
regal.
Perfect.
That's
Dude.
Gives
nice.
you
Thanks.
status, gravitas.
You know what? Don't go buy the book then.
He's
I don't
never
care.
coming
It's
back on the
fine.
show again. The beef is back, baby, on the
Never
McDowell
left.
with cheese.
It's
He may
never
leave
left.
mid-segment at this point.
Ken Noon says party people in the place to be. Look at that. Is that a Technum?
Yeah.
That's
Little,
one of
uh,
them
light
Ukrainian
sport?
drones.
No.
No, dude. Those are people.
Yeah. I think
Standing
you're right.
by it.
Mm,
Is that a Technum?
I think so. Yeah.
I'll watch for the answer in the comments.
Here is a sun balloon.
We still haven't figured that out.
We haven't looked it up
That's
either.
awesome.
Spider says motivation to us all. Hi, Wombats. Hi, all.
Hello.
Sorry if I look tired. I got up at 3 a.m. this morning. It was a bad idea.
3 a.m. I must be lonely. T. Kelly says, congrats on Wombat being cancer free. We are
Yeah.
very happy about
That's
that. When you made that post on X, I was super excited for you.
Yeah.
Dude, so here's just to give the full, because a lot of people have been asking, like, and I don't have a whole lot of followers on my show. So I guess what they do is when they went in for the surgery, took the mass out or whatever they do. I'm a pilot, not a doctor, obviously. I think they did a quick test, like right there, facility, and they're like, yeah, everything looks normal, like to see if they got it all type of thing. And then they send it off. And then when she got her follow-up, they basically said, like, everything we took out, like there was no cancer in that either.
Good.
So like everything. So like the chemo killed it all. And I'm like, God, here's the sad part though. During this whole process, Gonky, I don't know if you remember, but she had a necklace that had wings of gold, pilot wings, real wings, pilot wings, that she's worn since the day I got them in Kingsville. She's worn that every day and she lost it. So that's a bummer.
that
But
sucks.
so I'm trying to figure out a way. She's probably watching, so I'm going to ruin the surprise. I'm trying to figure out a way to get another one, but make it special. Because like I could just buy one, but it's like
Right,
so
with the
like,
couch money.
With the couch money. This one won't be gold plated, son.
It'll be solid gold.
Platinum.
Just
Platinum.
Solid.
It'll be platinum.
No, this plated crap.
She's going to look like an Atlanta rapper. She's
my
going to have
dad
the
pockets
chains.
to pay for the new car. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's fine. We know you're a pilot.
Yeah.
But I was like, it'd be cool if like somebody got one and like flew it and did a trap or something and then mailed. I don't know, but whatever. Anyway, so but it's all good. It's all good. So
Call sign Bubbles in the back says 10 joules hiding. Thank you, Bubbles.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Joe with Airwolf. I'll second that. Great news about Wombat. 66cc Rider. What's up?
Thank you.
WTF is a loyal listener for years. Your channel didn't even show up, so I missed the first 30 seconds. I had to search for the stream. Blame Gonky. Renee says, welcome back, Wombat. Yay, Wombat.
I love that dog. Love Renee's dog.
RR Pilot says, hi, Wombat. Love that BDU 33 Mark 76.
Mark 76.
I've got one also. Must be a strong shelf.
I saw that comment. They only weigh 25 pounds, right?
Oh, it's a strong
That's-
shelf. Very
Is it?
sturdy.
I'm pretty sure my wife got those off Amazon. Not
Is it?
the Mark 76.
Stars 26 Cup year. Gonky, I'm in school for air traffic control in Oklahoma City right now, looking at placement at Cape Penis. Is it
I'm
a
glad
good,
I'm not the only one
place
who
to-
sees that when I see it. Every time
It's PMS.
you can't
dude. I
not
can't-
see
I can't.
Cape Penis. Okay.
Cape Penis.
Glad.
Is it a good place to raise a family? Oh my God. A wife's due in December with the first.
Just watch
I wonder if
those
this-
flybys, bro. Watch
was
those.
Were you a gamer? Because they were bragging about hiring all the gamers.
They were.
I think
brown.
Pensacola is a great place to raise a family. You don't have to live in Pensacola. You can live in Milton. You can live in Pace. You can live in Gulf Breeze. You can even
Gulf
live.
Breeze is really nice. It's expensive though.
You can even live west of town, kind of towards Robertsdale.
Well,
Yeah,
if
it's
he's a
really nice.
controller, right? Where's this control center?
If
That's
it's
the
Cape
better.
Penis,
It's
It
not gonna be
is.
at the field,
Dude,
though,
we
but-
need this.
Oh.
Why not?
I don't know, dude.
He's a controller at the penis.
PNS is the.
No, I
the-
understand what the airport is, Donkey. I know what airports are.
I don't know what the confusion is here.
Think
Wanda.
an airline captain would understand this concept.
Help me help
Uh,
you.
For the
If
love
I
of
put in
God.
KPNS in my iPad, it pulls up what looks just like
Listen,
V.
we
First of all,
need
if
to
you
fi-
put it in your iPad would crash there, freaking flip phone. So calm down.
let's figure this out together. What advantages can we get when we know somebody in the tower at KP&S?
Flybys.
Okay, what do we have that can fly by? An R-44. It only does 100 knots.
321 Neo if I do it once. Also great content for the show if I do it, by the way.
Hey, we had that as a topic, the guy that flew over his kids in the pool.
Yeah, I didn't see that whole thing.
Are we
And I
allowed to
was
talk
like,
about that?
I
Would
don't
you?
care.
Okay.
What? Dude,
If we get there, I mean, we're only at 22 minutes and we haven't done anything yet, but
we're on intros.
yeah, we're still on the around the room. K Noon says Air One, the shirt, t-shirt, the lunchbox, the flamethrower. I do need to make a shirt. It's a good idea.
And a
Merchandising.
And a flamethrower.
Flight design CTSW is what that is, not a Technum.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Emerald says Turkey is not mentioned, but it will be. TRTRT. We actually are going to talk about Turkey A. So there. Lieutenant Dan, Luna Treat Fund. Thank you. Tiffany says open marriage flight featuring Casmo. Wow.
I don't even want to know.
Aaron says circular could be this TV series, middle-aged female pilot, young male Wizzo, or whatever the backseater is called.
Great.
Yeah, man, whatever, man. Whatever pays the bills. Laura B says, last night I dreamed Gonky was stuck on the USS Lincoln, so I made free Gonky stickers and started sticking them on gas pumps all around town. Robert says, Wombat needs a Rip It energy
Dude,
drink.
you know it.
I used to drink those a lot.
Yeah,
Mark says,
I think
looking forward to
everybody
Moveroon's movies, Air One Origin. God, I hope
Well, no,
not.
that'd be great. It wouldn't even be you. Gonky and I would do Moveroon's movies for your movie. That'd be awesome.
I know. I'm probably already ruined it by talking about it now. Like any
No.
future thing, they'll be like, you already said you're not going to play ball.
Yeah.
No, I just want. Hey, Gonky, we're in the same shirt, man.
Nice.
It's weird.
Perfect.
Buy our merchandise.
Get American flags on the sleeves.
I would love to. I don't know how. Sig says that's Gonky's department. Hey, Wombat, great to catch your show live again. I see you got the dirt biker and the former fighting Falcon driver tonight. Well, can always get Mace or Casmo, I suppose. Just K. Thank you all for the shows. That was 100 North Korean dollars.
I'm not sure.
Very good English for North Korea.
Yeah.
Aaron says Air Cougar.
That's a whole different spinoff.
Yeah, that's the after hours, the Cinemax.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas says, go Mombat. Glad to hear. And then once again, 50 more North Korean dollars. All right, Gonky. That's all from the kids at home. Are we ready to dive into tonight's topics? Because there are quite
Buckle up.
Yeah.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Prior to
Doug?
30 minutes.
We'll miss you, but we'll see you soon. All right, our first topic. Boy, another close call. This time, Vietnam Airways, or airlines, I should say. Airlines. Sorry, Wombat.
No, it's fine.
787-9 overrun in Munich. We've got 1,100 angles of it and then expert analysis. So let us begin with
When do
this.
the experts come on?
That's why we brought you here. So here's the first one that came out, and this is just a normal from Breaking News and Aviation. Roll the tape. This is a 787-9 on takeoff. Doesn't appear to be accelerating all that great. Still hasn't rotated yet for those listening. Nose wheels kind of coming off the ground a little bit.
It's trying.
It's trying, but not much. And it's still rolling.
Like the Energizer Bunny.
Still going.
This is a 13,000-foot runway.
Good Lord. Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And now you can see the stab dig in, and they're in the overrun,
They're driving.
and
to
they're
their
in the
destination.
grass, and they had a tail strike. So
Did
that's
they
the
tail
first-
strike it?
Oh, yes, they did. I've
Oh,
got
did they? Okay.
But wait,
Well, I mean,
here's-
dude, I'll tell you, I'll take a tail strike to get airborne advice going into those trees.
Here is a view from the cabin.
These are the best.
25 seconds or so. So the last of that. So this is a passenger filming the departure.
slats are out.
Ooh. Yeah. The
Nailed
taxi lights are going to definitely have to be replaced. Here's another video, but from the interior, and this one's a little bit longer, but it actually shows the entire Herndon Aviation. This shows them starting. I want to look. Does it look like? Okay, it just looks like a normal rolling takeoff.
Yeah.
But this is from behind the wing. A lot of people said the flaps weren't down, which is obviously false.
Why does that one go up in the middle? What's that? And then go back down. Is that odd to anybody else or no? Okay. I don't know. I'm not a Boeing guy. I'm not a 7-8 guy.
Man, this is a long takeoff roll.
Yep. Never flown this plane and can tell you that this isn't good. Could have aborted twice by now.
And for the record, not for the record, but for reference, it's probably over 500,000 pounds.
True. I mean, it's heavy.
Dash 9 going to, I think they were going to Hanoi.
Nailed it. See, he got it.
Kind of skipped off.
Yeah. It's fine.
It's conversational in the back. No one really knows.
They don't know. I've seen Gonky do the opposite on an aircraft carrier. It's fine.
So they dump fuel at very low altitude. I mean, that's probably what, 1,500, 2,000 feet?
Probably a couple
And here's the landing. So we got that part. A view of the landing. And the tire just starts coming apart. Yeah.
They have like 40 of them, right? So that helps.
Sure, close.
He stopped really fast.
This is another view of it. Of the tire blowing.
Yeah. You're gonna need a new tire for sure.
Man.
They stopped that thing fast, dude.
Look at that thing shredding parts.
Yeah.
Pieces of tire.
This is a probably even better view from Francisco on air disasters.
I never want to be on his website.
There you go.
I mean, they're smoking. And does it look like they're smoking tires like from touchdown almost? Like, look.
Well, I mean, they do the normal.
Yeah, but I mean, they're.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I've never flown.
And then I think it's about 261 feet. There's this video here of the tire marks at the end of the runway. You can see there's two sets of tracks.
Mm.
One here, and then there's one over here, in case you can't see it.
Yeah, you typically want those to stop before the end of the runway.
There's the other set over there.
The non-aviators in the group.
And here's where, well, they're kind of flying, kind of not.
Yeah.
As far as what happened, every main brake hit 9.9 absolute ceiling of the 787 on the temperature. They got a brake temp advisory 15 minutes after takeoff. And
should they take off with the brakes on?
We're trying to figure that out, Wombat.
That will be.
I mean, is that? I mean, why else would it do that? Could it
and
have
here's
brakes?
the tail strike. This is the actual tail strike module, and it has been ripped off.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you're gonna need a new one of those for sure.
And that is all of the initial information that I have to share with you. Why do we have the comments on, Doug? How'd that happen?
What do we have? Oh,
I'll remediate as soon as possible.
I just fixed it. So, gentlemen, your thoughts?
Well, it was a rolling takeoff. I mean, you could see that, right? So it's not a parking brake on thing, right?
It won't take off with a parking brake on.
Yeah, That's my point. So, and it wasn't like, it looked like a rolling takeoff from that one video. So somebody just riding the brakes and not realizing it, you know, somebody with big feet. I don't know. I mean, wrong placement, but good Lord, like that is a long take. Like that's an uncomfortable amount of time to be thinking about taking off while going down a runway and playing that big. That's all. Like I just, you know, we all have in our head when you're used to a plane, like, okay, this is kind of the, we should be flying now. So
we don't want to use all the runway.
Yeah. Yeah.
They used all of it in a little bit.
All of it, dude.
Plus.
Well, I mean, if you're going to use all of it, you might as well use a little bit extra too. I mean, because likely.
Well, so I've watched that takeoff a lot, and that's tough, man, because like you said, Wombat, with somebody riding the brakes, you'd think you would see something maybe towards the end, smoke. And then the other thing is, I gotta believe it would do something to directional control. And I didn't like the rudder. And I don't know. I don't fly the 78 mover. Just tell me if I'm speaking garbage, but I didn't see like any rudder deflection as far as like them doing some stuff with the rudders to try to keep it on the center line. It looked like, to me, when I first saw it, it looked like maybe there was, because this has happened in the past, they put the wrong performance data in for takeoff. Because like Mover alluded to when we first watched it, it's like, it doesn't look like it's getting going like speed wise as enthusiastically as you would hope.
You would want.
Now it's a 13,000 foot runway, right? But so that has happened in the past. Other carriers, other countries, whatever, where pilots have put in the wrong performance data, and it's valid performance data. So maybe the airplane is not going to stop you. But you take the wrong runway for the data, and this is what you get. But the tire marks at the end of the runway, so they don't, those tire marks are at the very end. And usually, you know, if you're a halfway competent pilot, by the time you get to the end of the runway like that, like we were said, if that plane's 500,000 pounds, I have no idea how fast they're going. Definitely over 100 knots. But you're not going to slam on the brakes like 2,000 feet before the end of the runway and a 500,000 pound airliner doing 130 knots and get it stopped. So I don't really understand why there's brake marks at the very end. I can understand the tail strike, end of the runway coming.
Yeah,
holy cow!
That was a last ditch maneuver.
Like, yeah, it's like pulling the paddle. Like, oh man,
he learned by Blue Angel number 3 and did an.
But conversely, and unless they were doing a toga takeoff, which I don't think they would because the acceleration was poor. In both those interior videos, like I turned up my volume and I listened. It doesn't sound like the engines increased in RPM or thrust. So either maybe they just pulled back on the yoke and didn't do anything with the power. I don't know. There are a lot of questions in my mind about how the black marks got all the way at the end of the runway. Why did that airplane use all the runway plus like 100 feet to get airborne? The landing sequence to me makes perfect sense. Come back, the brakes are hot. I think they retracted the gear. Probably not the best idea if your brakes are on fire or whatever. And then, you know, the tires blowing on landing, dude. If they're that hot, the plugs are going to blow. And this is what you're going to get. But we have a actual 787.
You just took all the stuff I told you on the phone earlier, and you're like, I'm going to pretend like I said this.
And that's why Gonky's had a great career.
No, good mover. No. Go ahead. You go with your piece.
I don't know what else to say now.
Just rewind it and listen to Gonky again.
All right, Gonky is greatest Gonky. Thank you, Gonky. I appreciate your time and interest in the matter. The questions are all valid. The internet has many theories, one being the improper configuration. So they say, well, the flaps, right? The flaps weren't down. I've seen people say the flaps were down. That's false. You can see the flaps are down.
Yeah,
that's not hard to verify. Plus, the thing will give you all the warning bells of takeoff config if you try without it, without having it in the takeoff settings. I don't buy that one. It could have been the wrong takeoff flap configuration for their weight, but a 13,000 foot runway, The other theory I heard was something you said, Wombat, about the parking brake. Again, two things. One, it won't let you go anywhere. And two, if you push up the power, it will give you a warning and all the bells.
Yeah.
It'll give you a parking brake. Like, nobody's doing that. Plus, it was a rolling takeoff. It wouldn't have let them go there. As far as dragging brakes. So this thing has got it's electric brakes with separate controllers.
Okay.
It's got 4 of them, actually. So I think it's at like a total of 32 for all 8 wheels.
Jeez.
Dude, I mean, I share your concerns, Gonky, about the skid marks. Below 80 knots, you would get a brakes warning that it's dragging. You would get an ICAS message.
Okay.
Above 80 knots, because it's an advisory, it'd be inhibited. So you wouldn't get that 80 knots or below, but I think you would know it well before that. What's interesting to me is something that we did in the F-16 that I never saw in the airline world is the min-accel check speed. We had that in the F-16 where you had to be 100 knots at the one board or 100 knots at 1,500 feet. And that was to see if the engine was performing and you were getting the data that made the data valid. We don't really do that. We do an 80 knots check and then V1 rotate, but there's really no check. It's just your internal clock. And I think every professional airline pilot that's looked at this has gone, somebody's internal clock should have been going, okay, 10 board, 11, 9 board, 8 board, 7 board, 4 board, 5 board.
Those are
the other, whatever. The other prevailing theory, I should know it's 10-9-8-7-6-5-4. Anyway, the other prevailing theory is the brakes dragging. The problem I have with the brakes dragging theory is what you pointed out, Gonky, but also here. This is a shot of it going by. I mean, and it's been rolling by the time we see it here, it's been rolling for 16 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Configured as it is to go whatever that distance is, 2,000, 1,500 miles, whatever it is, you're probably at pretty close to 500,000 pounds. And the 787, as with most wide bodies, but especially the 787, if it's hot and you're taxiing 2-engine, it wants to overtemp the brakes. That's why we've got the synoptic that gives you the what the temps are.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people single engine taxi like at places at DFW and stuff like that because of the likelihood of overtemping brakes. This place is not that long of a taxi. However, if 16 seconds into it, you've been dragging brakes the entire time, that it's enough to slow your performance down, I guarantee you have hot brakes, and also you're going to see some smoke. I mean, you're going to start seeing something coming out of this, and you don't see anything. The end runway thing to me looks like locked up brakes, like as in we overwhelmed the anti-skid. And the only way you can really overwhelm the anti-skid is if you panic brake. Either you have a surface problem or you overwhelm it because it's taking off the speed sensors, and you've got the weight and speed. So you're probably doing 160-ish knots at that point. If somebody were to jam on the brakes, the anti-skid probably couldn't keep up with it initially. That's what it looks more like to me, i.e., just a theory. We're going to know, right? We're going to know because we're going to have the CVR. We're going to know because we're going to have all the ICAS messages, everything that airplane has saved will be available. They're going to know. They probably know right now. I mean, in fact, if the CVR says, "What were you doing?" we're going to know right there. But it looks to me, and this is just eyeballing it, I wasn't there, but it reminds me of that 777 that had the weight off by 200,000 pounds, where they took off with the wrong configuration, which gives them a derate that wasn't appropriate for their takeoff data, and they took off very long. But it also looks like we got to the end of the runway and someone in the cockpit said, "We got to stop," and then stood on the pedals. And the other person was like, "No, we're going." That's what it looks like to me, because the skid marks, you don't really get skid marks with a dragging brake unless the brakes lock up. I mean, that's, a dragging brake's not going to cause those skid marks. The other piece that makes me think that's true is the timeline that it took for the brakes caution to come out. 9.9 is super hot. And what they did was they retracted the gear. Now, could that have been they retracted the gear because they didn't get the brakes temp? Maybe. They didn't know that they were hot? Maybe. Or it could have been hot and they just said, you know what, we need the performance. I don't know why they retracted the gear. To me, I'd have left the gear down because I just went through the overrun and I, damage to the main landing gear. I want to, if you've got any suspected damage, you're not going to retract them anyway. But usually when you have brakes hot, you leave the gear down because airflow cools those brakes. Because what happens? You retract the gear, there's no airflow cooling it now. And next thing you know, 15 minutes elapse, which is about the time it would take if you did it as some kind of panic braking in those last 221 feet for the temperatures to build, to continue building, the fuse plugs to melt. And what happens when you land? You're landing on flat tires, and the flat tires will shred. That's just a theory. I mean, again, we'll know eventually, but could it have been dragging brakes? Absolutely. I mean, they're electric brakes. To me, if it's a dragging brake, it's not going to happen on both trucks. Like to have it on both sides, with 4 separate controllers. I mean, and if it happened on one side, you'd have a severe yaw moment. You'd have enough that, you're kind of fighting and stuff. This looks a lot like a performance issue. And not the kind of performance issue where they recognized it. And that's kind of the other part. Because like you said, Gonky, they didn't, toga, firewall it, get every bit of power out of it. It's just the same, engine noise the whole time. So I don't know. I mean, it could, I don't want to throw the pilots under the bus here, but it's very hard for me to understand the skid marks at the end of the runway.
We're very lucky. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we could be watching another major mishap right here.
Yeah, they're lucky that overrun was just nice and
flat,
open. Yeah, flat.
away from the trees.
Yeah, no
No
walls.
concrete barriers.
Yep. Yeah. I think you're right, Mover. They're gonna have all the data available, and it will probably
they have
make
it.
its way out. Yeah, they already have it. They already know.
They had it before they landed.
Well, and I was asking this before, what's the crew composition? Because experience levels in the United States, right? An FO, first officer, and an FB probably going to be all, not probably, they will all be very experienced pilots. In other countries, the captain, and then you have, training FOs, they have lower hour requirements than what is there. So you could easily have somebody in the left seat that's very experienced and somebody in the right seat that maybe is not as experienced and, does something that's unexpected like that.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, Gonky, you would know more, but like I know in the past, culturally, CRM at certain parts of the world, was the captain's always right. Period.
That's true.
I don't know if that's changed or if they've kind of trained that out, or I don't know. But
I would say that's generally still true, but in this case, the captain would be the senior one, and I just don't think he would be the one slamming on the brakes at the end of the runway. But
no, I'm wondering, like, I'm just trying to paint a picture of it. Watching you guys, listening to you guys talk, Mover, it was educational. I don't know if it was I agree with you. I don't think a dragging brake from a manufacturer, but like, what if it's a new FO? Hypothetical. We know nothing. This is just me thinking through different scenarios. A new FO, right? Takeoff, is nervous and has just a little bit of brake pressure, not a lot, little. Captain is trying to keep an eye on things. We're not accelerating right. What's going on here? Blah, 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 blah. They, time compression, or maybe doesn't even necessarily have pressure on the brakes initially. Maybe it is also a performance numbers thing, but then it becomes, because I agree with you, the skid marks at the end, that's weird, dude. Like, you don't.
Yeah. I would almost say this is the passenger in the car that's not flying that.
Yeah.
Because if you put your feet flat out and you had the pedals to you, you could end up inadvertently standing on the pedals. We used to tell incentive riders that all the time in the back seat. Hey, be careful keep your feet flat on the floor.
Sure.
You know, it may not have even been a aircraft control who's flying, may have just been a startle factor. Oh God, I see the end of the runway. We're about to die.
Yeah.
I
mean, when you
the
have
other thing
spectrum, right? You have skid marks and a tail strike. Like those.
Well, the tail. So let me talk to the tail strike thing. The 787 has tail strike protections. So the flight control computer will keep you from over rotating while maintaining performance. However, you can pull straight through it. Like you don't get a stick shaker feel. There's no indication to you that you've done this until you get the tail strike ICAS after, like, once you've safely gotten airborne. But the aircraft will kind of be like the instructor and kind of push the nose forward unless you keep pulling. And if you keep pulling, which you could see the elevator dig in, so you knew they weren't.
Oh, yeah, they were.
They were doing max performance, but it will try to prevent that.
Interesting. Yeah. So that's the CRM. I'm looking at it from a CRM standpoint. Like, you have somebody who it looks like, from everything we know right now, is trying to stop, and somebody who is doing everything they could to get it airborne. Hence the skid marks, tail strike. Like, CRM wise in that cockpit, there's something going on.
Alternatively, the skid marks could be that's when the fuse plugs popped, but they would have to have done it on both sides.
Yeah, that would be. You know I mean, it's possible, but that's. Oof.
Yeah, I don't.
Because those were very nice skid marks.
I don't. The fact that they didn't get the temps until 15 minutes later, dude. By the time they hit the end of the runway, if you were dragging brakes, you're as hot. I mean, dude, think about it. 500,000 pounds at 160 knots. You are 100% cooking everything in that gear.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it'll do it at 15 knots.
Yeah. Well, there'll be an investigation and we will find out. It'll be interesting because I'm curious.
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad everybody's okay. That's the bottom line. Glad everybody's okay. But good Lord, that's. Oof.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Looking at the flaps and slats.
Dude, the slats were out, man.
Yeah, the slats were out. Where's
the flaps were down too. I don't know the settings on the 7.8, but
yeah, I don't know what
where's that video.
You see them in the.
Dude, if the flaps aren't out, I mean, every modern airliner will tell you. Like, as soon as you put takeoff power on, it'll start yelling at you. And hey,
there's not a plane that modern pilots fly that won't scream at you.
Yeah, the flaps are down.
Yeah, they're down.
What's that little one in the middle? Like, what's that little guy that kind of
the aileron, dude.
Goes down? Is that what it is?
Flaperon.
Yeah. Is it? Okay. Yeah, maybe that's why people are like, the flaps aren't down, because that little piece. I'm like, listen, for that big of a plane. That's little piece ain't you need more than that. But anyway, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's interesting.
I don't know. I
we'll
mean,
find out.
The Dash 9 definitely has more flap positions than the Dash 8, but I mean, I don't know. And it could just be as simple as you know, garbage in, garbage out, right? You do the wrong numbers. It gives you the wrong takeoff performance. It gives you the wrong flap setting that you were supposed to be taking off at. So you're flaps 5. This does not look like a 15 or 18 or whatever, but dude, a 13,000 foot runway.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you need a whole lot of performance. Yeah. I mean, good Lord.
I mean, eventually the earth will rotate out from underneath you at that much distance, right? I mean, it's curved allegedly. So
Full Afterburner says, what if they were dragging brakes a little the whole takeoff? The end of the runway got hot enough for plugs to blow and skid marks were from flats. It doesn't appear. If that's the case, then it wouldn't take 15 minutes for the brakes hot. Like, because that would have been, I mean, 15 minutes was they were burning down fuel. They had already, known that they were doing something. That's, to me, it took time for that heat to build up. And I don't know that the brakes are going to drag enough that you're going to be like, that it's not going to smoke, that it's not,
that's
what I'm saying?
There's no smoke at all, right?
There's nothing. There's nothing.
Which is what's weird. Yeah. Yeah. That's weird, man.
I mean, they are like carbon ceramic or whatever. But I mean,
those are expensive.
They'll still smoke. I mean, I've smoked.
Well, they'll smoke and the tires would start smoking too, wouldn't they? If they were dry. I mean, come on.
That amount of heat,
yeah. I mean, I don't know what a 9.9 is. Sounds like about a 0.1 away from being a perfect.
Well, that's the
takeoff,
top of the scale. It
temperature-wise.
stops
But,
registering after that. Like that's as high as it goes.
That's a bummer. You can't even become a perfect 10 after all that. So,
Yeah.
it could very well have been bad performance numbers. And then you saw two reactions. Somebody thought they should stop. Somebody was going to get them airborne.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is going to be an interesting one for sure. I'm just glad everybody's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure, 'cause
I'm glad we're able to Monday morning quarterback this literally.
Yeah, literally.
And not talk about, we don't know
What caused the mishap? Yeah.
The mishap. Yeah, that's what I meant. Let's see. Maybe they thought they were on the runway in Fast and Furious. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Looking for a ski jump for takeoff. Yeah. Let's see. LFG Drift says Kim Jong-un is a god. It's funny. Sig says Norwegian kroner, not North Korean. Thank you very much. Well, I guess that's the American education system. It's $10.
That's perfect.
That's funny. Zig says, happy Monday from your two favorite second responder. Oh, he's a firefighter. I have 2 years until I retire. How did you guys handle turning your respective pages to your next chapter? Kicking and screaming and whining and crying. And
didn't really have a choice.
Yeah. Not
Probably won't have a choice on the next one based on my career. I'm just waiting for somebody to tell me. So
same.
Delta Charlie says a blown tire and subsequent fire today in DFW on landing flight 5585. Pretty interesting comm work. Okay. Cool. Daniel says, hey, Mover, how about an Air One flight logbook covers as well as a line of T-shirts? Well, one easier than the other. I don't even know how you would do the logbook covers. I'm not
You'd
that.
have to have them like custom made. There's a lot of people come up with good ideas for merch, but it's like, dude, it's one-off lights.
I would have to have a warehouse.
It's so expensive. Yeah, it's so expensive to.
Wags, what's up, man? Congrats on the book. Thank you for that. He also says the GoFundMe has allowed me to rent an air fluidized therapy bed. Oh, wow. $4,500 a month. Jeez and Pete's.
You guys don't have one of those?
No, I don't even know what it is. LFG Dress says it's Boeing, so it's normal.
Jeez.
Zig says, I'm excited for the next chapter, no doubt. I've been doing this since 2000. I'm ready to move on. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Gonky. Full Afterburner said, oh, it doesn't clear them. Long range sender should have selected full afterburners. Yeah.
Zone 5.
3 greens. Ambu says they were already rotating where the skid marks were, getting light on the wheels, and some tensed up feet might have locked him at the end. Yeah, the choppy part is more than likely where they were light on they were actually rotating and stuff. And plus they transitioned surfaces. They went from the runway to the overrun to the grass. It's just the 200 feet prior to that. You're like, why is it a solid, which to me is something locked up. Sharkbait says, shouldn't they have some idea of runway requires you pass 8,000 feet still glued down? Shouldn't a board or max power been a good idea? A little extra for Lunatree. If you're not making the power, I don't think the numbers that you have are even valid. So V1 no longer, like if you are on the wrong numbers altogether, your V1 number doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's pointless.
Like if you were like, I should have been a TO1 and I'm at a TO2, V1 is what I have no idea.
Yeah, it's all smoke and mirrors. Yeah.
Yeah. Or if a brake is dragging. If a brake is dragging, your V1 numbers are like, because it's all about accelerating, going.
That was one of my favorite questions that I would ask when I was teaching the sim is, our call is 80 knots thrust normal. And I'm like, what are you looking at? And everybody was like,
what?
And I'm like, well, how do you know it's normal if you don't know what you're looking at? You know what I mean? Like so those are just some little things that.
And that's a good point, Wombat, because when you push up the power, you just let the engine stabilize, and then you hit toga, and it brings it up to your whatever reference set is, right? Whether you're
D rate or
whatever your D rate is, right? The percentage, and the pilot monitoring is supposed to check that and then, adjust if necessary, and then thrust set. So someone is looking that the thrust is set. So they knew that because it says it right underneath. It says, TO1, 89, whatever, and your number.
Sure.
They're on the takeoff page. So, but it's garbage in, garbage out. It's not that it didn't match what they needed to do, because the jet will
Sure.
tell you. It's that the numbers from the beginning may not have been right.
May not have been good to start. Yeah.
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 Because
No,
as
that's a
far
good-
as they know, they're making the right amount of power the entire time.
Sure.
If it's me, though, my hand is going all the way to the.
Oh yeah, there's always, dude. There's been times in for no, I don't want to say no reason, just a intuition or gut feeling where I'm just like, let's just a little for mom and dad. It's free. It's not free, but it's rental. I don't care. Like I'd rather have it.
Well, the only reason we derate is for engine life management. I mean, I think
which
it's a
is
safety
not
issue.
my problem, sir.
I think you should always go full power, just like the F-16.
Yeah,
Always,
I
every
don't.
time.
I mean, yeah, it's funny because when you fly with FOs, they're like, well, you know, you're always flex. And I'm like, I'll do what makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, if we just feel we need toga, let's do toga. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't buy her. Like, I don't. You know what I mean? Like, it's a rental in that case. Like, my job is point A to point B safely, and if there's extra thrust available, you better believe I'm going to use it. So
I feel like there was a sim profile where you didn't make power and you ended up rejecting.
we've done that before.
I feel like that's like early on, like just as a, hey, if your internal clock's off,
Yeah.
let's just, something's wrong.
Mm-hmm. Does the 7.8 have a trend arrow too? I'm assuming it does. Speed trend arrow, like showing you like in the next 2 seconds it's going to be a legend. So like it would have to, I would imagine, because like in the Airbus, that's what we're looking for like a wind shear. Like if you see the arrow pegged, then all of a sudden it's like, you're like,
It does while airborne. Yeah, it's got the.
I bet it does it on the ground too.
It's in the HUD. I mean, you got dual HUDs, so it's telling you everything. It's got the.
Use me.
Yeah.
Jeez. I'll just.
You got all the data in the world. 10 joules. Thank you, Bill's Mafia. Tiffany says 1,000 joules. GOAT trophy.
Nice.
Thank you. All right, Gonky, you're up.
Oh boy.
Actually, this is more Wombat than Gonky, but
Perfect. Well, Trump directs Navy to return to steam catapults on aircraft carriers. President Trump ordered the U.S. Navy on Thursday to remove the electromagnetic catapult system from aircraft carriers. The president directed the service to equip Ford-class aircraft carriers, which is the new ones, such as the USS Doris Miller, currently being constructed with steam-powered catapults and hydraulic systems instead of the newer electromagnetic ones. He says they're proven reliable, affordable technologies that we've been using for years. This one that I can attest to. The USS Gerald Ford is the world's largest aircraft carrier, and it currently uses the electromagnetic catapult systems, which Trump has criticized dating back to his first White House term as too complex and costly. Billions of dollars more they spent on electronic catapults, and they're not good, the commander-in-chief said last month during a defense summit in Pennsylvania. General Atomics, the firm that secured a $1.2 billion contract to build them for the USS Doris Miller, said the decision not to proceed with the new catapults warrants careful consideration. With nearly 50% of the production complete, changing course at this point would induce significant costs and schedule and integration risks, the company says. They've got some testimony here from retired Rear Admiral Mark Montgomery, a senior fellow at the Foundation of Defense and Democracy, has called the decision to revert to steam catapults illogical, inefficient, and a waste of money. And he said the electromagnetic EMALS reduce wear and tear on aircraft by providing smoother acceleration. They weigh a lot less, cost a lot less. Says the Navy saving about $100 million a year on the Ford because it requires fewer people, less maintenance. Redesigning the carrier to replumb them for steam piping to catapults will take multiple years, cost billions of dollars. Steam catapults are no longer in production. The Navy bought the last set 20 years ago. And then adding the service branch will need to spend tens of millions of dollars and takes years to stand up this capacity again. Ford class takes about $13 billion to build in a long time. Yeah, dude. So some more testimony here on why it's a bad idea. Trump tasked SecWar Pete Hegseth to establish a new 5th Naval shipyard to boost aircraft carrier and submarine repair capacity. So basically improving our shipbuilding capacity as a country. So before I chime in, Wombat, you've got experience on steam catapults. What's your take on the whole steam catapult, electromagnetic? What do you think?
So I have hung my hat. How many years have I been on the show? Seems like
We've only been doing this 3 years.
3 years.
I have always hung my hat on the fact that I don't want to know the topics, and I will do zero research prior to showing them.
Oh, jeez.
But
But
this
you have a
one's
lot of
different.
experience for our listeners.
This
was your
one's different.
topic.
This one is different. So I'm going to give a little bit of background, and then I will give my punchline thoughts on what I think of electromagnetic cats. So my father, my uncle were both in the military, Air Force, mechanics, truck and airplane. My sister, Coast Guard, so that's very close to the military, for 25 years as a diesel mechanic.
Wow.
But the only person in my lineage that had military experience in aviation was my great uncle, Jimmy. He was a Marine. He flew backseater and dive bombers in World War II in the Pacific Theater as an enlisted Marine, which they did. I have a certificate of his discharge dated 14 November 1945. The dates are important. There's a reason I'm saying this. So he discharged out of the Marines in 1945. He then went to college to become an engineer. Okay. His first job was working with, or maybe not his first, but he went to Reaction Motors, RMI, who did work with rocket engines. Pretty cool, in New Jersey. And then eventually RMI got merged into another company, and my uncle worked primarily with valving, right? So I actually have a picture. I didn't send this. Mover, if you want to see any of these, I can send them to you if you want to put them up, but whatever. Of a valve that he designed that, for the people that believe, is actually on the moon right now. So fairly smart guy, right? One of the last conversations I remember with him prior to his passing, he was excited. Hold on. One last date. Let me give you this. So remember, he got out of the Marines in 45. The first test, this shocked me, Gonky, you'll be shocked by this, of an electromagnetic aircraft launching system. Anybody want to guess what year?
1946.
1946.
Nice.
By
man.
Westinghouse. Yeah, 1946.
Yes.
Think about that. So
Do
he
I
got
win
out
your
in 45. Yeah, sure, that's fine. You can pay for it too. So
Oh.
he gets out of the Marines in 45. He goes to college, becomes an engineer, works on rocket motors, and then works on valving. There's a couple valves in the steam catapult system, I'm sure you can realize, right? Fast forward, I go to college. I see him one last time before he passes. He knows at that point that I'm aspiring to be a naval aviator. Remember, he was a Marine. Granted, he was enlisted because that's what backseaters were back then. But, and he said, I have 2 pieces of advice for you getting into naval aviation. And he was the type of guy that, like, when he got serious, you listened. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, we've all had that influence.
Not like
He
us.
goes, no. He's actually probably rolling over in his grave as I tell a story now. Like, who is this idiot talking about me? But number one, if you're getting into naval aviation, for my uncle, great uncle Jimmy, the number one piece of advice was work your butt off and never quit. Okay. Number 2, if they ever try to strap your jet to a catapult that's run by magnets, quit.
No way.
His words. 100% true story.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, the guy wasn't an idiot.
Did you ask
He
him?
knew.
Why? I'm just curious.
Nope.
What's the reasoning behind this?
Nope. I could imagine that a lot had to do with steam catapults are simpler, right? They're more reliable. It's been around forever. I mean, steam power has been around forever, right? Not forever, but you know what I mean. But then again, when he was in this world working on valving and working on these integrating the British catapult system into our aircraft carriers. I believe it was the Forrestal was the one my dad said that he was working on, stuff like that. There is already testing being done, right? So like, think of your competition and whatever your career field is. there's competition over here that's like, hey, we have another way of doing it, right? Like think, like Viper to Fat Amy or whatever, whatever your opposite is. This was his opposite, but he was also massively smart. Like he's not me. Like me, I look at the opposite and I go, they're dumb because it's not me, right? I mean, I'm a Neanderthal. He was not that way. This is an extremely smart individual, hardworking. I mean, so for him to say like, that's your get out of jail free card. Like that's what you could quit for. Like something from its conception stuck to him. Now, I have never launched off of the Ford because it's the one, right? I never made that boat. I was done. I do have people that have. I know friends that have in the T45 and stuff. I do know that it is not as much of a shot as what we're used to. Gonky, like from that initial hit, right? So I agree with whoever it was you quoted that said it's probably easier on the jets, right? Sure. I mean, now the counter to that is as a Navy, if we're so concerned about the damage to our jets, maybe we shouldn't have used Super Hornets for 20 years as tankers. But I mean, again, this is me thinking big picture. But all of a sudden now we're going to worry about the stress we're putting on jets, right? And I do agree with people that say like, well, to retrofit an aircraft carrier to go back to steam, like that's no small feat. But I'm just giving you the experience. I've remembered that story my whole life. I laughed about it. I told my buddy Terrell, we were talking about this, and he was an engineer and he was a prior enlisted nuke. I don't know if you remember Terrell. I mean, he's a smart dude, became a pilot. He's a test pilot in the E2. And he goes, well, good news to your Uncle Jimmy is they fired you before you had a chance to quit. And I was like, well, that's also the story of my life. So, but it was, I mean, this story has stuck with me since he told it. And knowing his personality, there is something that makes me go like, it should at least be considered. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not an expert on Steve Capholz. I'm not an expert on magnets, all that stuff. But it's like, man, there's something there that I'm like, okay, And we haven't even discussed the whole idea of like an EMP. Now, I understand the counter argument to an EMP is there's a lot of electrics on an aircraft carrier. I agree, but one of the things a lot of people don't realize is that's why we train the way we train, right? So steam, there's ways, to my understanding, that there's a reason that it's designed that way, because in battle damage, as you remember, Gonky, like there's fail safes, there's things like we go back to old school. Like it's like you might be on a nuclear powered carrier, but you're doing procedures that are very, very rudimentary. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, the Mobilis is a prime example, right? If everything goes down, I could literally sit there and control a ball as an LSO and tell you where to be. And all I need is this stick to be connected to a light back there. Like, so it's not like the Navy doesn't train for battle damage and things like this. So that's the story.
Dude, I'm a little torn on this. I love your story, Wombat. In my entire time flying, and yours too, I'm sure, Wombat, I have never seen or heard of a modern day like soft shot. I've never been on a ship when the cat went down, or like all the cats on the stand. I mean,
Not
we
all
were
the cats, no.
We were
lost some
operating
cats on the Nimitz, but
on the Stennis, man. I don't remember any of the cats going down. They were, and we were. That was combat ops, man. Like just launching all the time. They're super reliable. There was an argument about, well, they take a lot of water. We never. I don't really remember running out of water on a nuke powered carrier, but
no.
I mean, dude, the other side of me is like, well, to your uncle's story, it's like, the naysayers gonna be like, well, Wombat, we do magnets better now than in 1946.
I would hope so.
Which
that doesn't mean the Navy bought the better ones, by the
true.
way. Just because we
That's
do
true.
it, we buy things built by the lowest bidders.
Right.
So,
but what I guess at the end of the day, like, and you see this in other platforms, like Mover and I were talking earlier, like the KC-46, dude. It's like, listen, the steam catapults work. They're super reliable. They've been working for decades. Like, we know how to use them. They know how to soften the shot initially, right? All the old timers when I was in said, dude, the old steam cats would, like, it was nothing than everything.
yeah.
So, but Mover, like the KC-46, right? It's like, well, and let's put a camera in the back and a dude up in the front and we'll remote control it. And then it doesn't work right. Or costs $1 billion trillion to get it to work. So that's my beef is like maybe the technology's gotten better, but at the same time, it's like, man, if it ain't fixed, don't break it. Or if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know,
I think there's something to be said for that. And it goes to the same.
I caught it,
There's
Mover.
your
I
shirt.
caught it.
There's
I
your
caught
shirt.
it.
I think it goes to the same thing, right? When they came out with the F-35 and they're like, no HUD, it's all the thing. And the thing is the thing and it works and it'll never break. Anytime I hear anybody say it won't break and apply it to a Navy fighting fleet, I'm like, dude, I watched waves come over the bow of the Nimitz and salt water soak those aircraft. Like, dude, you can't test for that. Like, we find a way. Gonky's one-wire traps. Like, that is a load factor on a plane. Boeing didn't have the time. They didn't think pilots were that bad, is my point. Like, so, like, there's so many variables when you're at sea that we'll find a way to break it. Like we will. So keeping things as simple as possible. Now, again, I'm not anti-technology. I just thought that was a very interesting story that from my uncle, great uncle, that when I saw the Twitter post, I was like, and Mover, you saw it, right? My reply, I was like, I thought it was a very interesting story. It's very telling. You know, I hope one day
you
I
on
see
this
him.
show.
Well, that and $6 will get you a coffee. But I think it was very interesting, like your whole life remembering the story. And then you see that and you're like, you know, I hope one day I get to see my Uncle Jimmy again and shake his hand and be like, maybe you're right. I'm not saying get rid of them. That is a political move.
Yeah.
That is way above my pay grade. All I'm saying is just because it's new doesn't mean it's better.
Yeah. Mover, as our Air Force guy, what do you think of electromagnetic catapults?
Do you feel it in DCS when you launch off the forward? Is it smoother?
Yeah.
What did they have in Top
experience.
Gun? Because those cats were broken, and that's why Maverick couldn't get backup.
Dude, no, that wasn't a nuke boat. That
Willard
was
and
like
Simpkin.
the USS America or something. I don't know.
It was a hydraulic.
Yeah, that wasn't. It was,
No, dude,
it was
I'm sure they were
sailboat.
steam.
It was a sailboat.
Okay.
Couldn't put enough logs in the fire.
Well, this is obviously an argument for the F-35B. So
That's true. That's
you don't
true.
need cats if you
God
got.
help us.
Yeah.
If your
Stovall.
plane's all crass with stall, you don't have to worry about launching.
Yeah.
That's true.
Look, dude, we have a problem in the military industrial complex of whiplash.
Mhm.
And it permeates throughout the force, as you talked about, Gonky, where it doesn't matter what it is. We'll go, you know, whether it's this, which, by the way, we've covered it on this show. China has gone from diesel powered to nuclear powered, from steam cats to they're doing electromagnetic catapults too. Wasn't there a compatibility issue with the F-35 for a while? Did they figure, was that part of it too?
Mm-hmm.
The C
Yep.
model, not the
Correct. Yep.
Obviously I don't see the data that POTUS sees and
Sure.
SecWar. So there's a reason. I don't know what it is. You know, you guys talked a lot of words and they sounded great, but I'm not in that decision-making tree to see what the data is. I would have
Haven't called us yet.
I would hope that there's some level of like, hey, it'll take us X number of years to get operationally ready with the electromagnetic cat, or we can go back to steam and it'll take this, and these are the costs and these are the long-term thing. I'm with you, Wombat. I mean, if it's been working and it's reliable, then why go to an unproven system? Because the worst thing that could happen is you field this thing and you park the carrier off of somebody's shore, and next thing you know, it's just a real fancy boat because nothing gets off.
Mm-hmm. So to
I
speak.
mean, I have been, by the way, my one cruise with the black diamond balls, we were just floating in the water. It's very embarrassing. And we were only like 100 miles off of the Virginia coast. So it's a little different, but also the same. So I've seen the embarrassment of a boat that just floats around.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, the thing is, and again, it's not, listen, anytime, this was the same story the last time I was on when we talked about Blue number 3, right? Everything becomes so politicized They use everything they can. And I'm not saying like, it doesn't matter what side. It doesn't matter if you're red or blue. Everything is clickbait. Everything is the orange angry man said something. So this side has to go against him, whether it's a smart idea or not, or this. And it's like, dude, just listen, like talk to the warfighter. Like, what do they want? And not just the warfighter that checked all the boxes on his Navy knowledge online and had no other options and made all the rank and hasn't gotten caught with his pants down, like all of the warfighters, right? Like all of the people. I'll tell you this unpopular opinion, Gonky, but hear me out because I know you've had this happen because I've been there too. Alert 5 Hornet sitting on the cat. Okay, middle of the night. It's the end of your shift. The dude's walking up and you're ready to shift and they go, launch the alert. It's your launch. I want the one that kicks me in the pants a little bit because you know what? It's going to boost the adrenaline and wake me the hell up and make me to go fly. I don't want the soft, cushy cat shot because I might ride that daydream all the way into the water. So I'm just saying, talk to the warfighters. That's all.
Maybe he saw this scene and was like, no. And they told him to like, sir, that scene will never happen again. What do you mean?
That's right.
Yeah.
There's no steam.
I mean, yeah, I love that, dude. Like, the
Dude, we
steam
did
is
A7s
great.
back. Open
Nice.
the A7
Smoke.
lineup.
Yep.
I love it.
Bring that. Look, dude, we're bringing back Tomcats and we're
Yeah.
bringing back steam.
Awesome. Just roll the clock back, dude. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. If we wait long enough, we'll be able to pick up Tomcats at Kingsville.
Does anybody really even know how magnets work?
Dude,
I'll tell you what, my son doesn't when I give him his toys and they go in the opposite direction. So he's not a catapult officer on the forward. I'll tell you that.
it works, man.
All right. Well, that's great. Let's see what the audience has to say about our expert opinions. Let's see. Joe says, if memory serves, Trump's issue with the Ford's EMALS was pre-launch and they were having problems. Present day, nobody has told him that the Ford has been in ops for a year. I'm sure somebody said something.
There's something to this. It's not. And here's the thing, and here's my take, and I'm not defending him. I'm like apolitical, to be honest with you. I could care less. Everybody's corrupt and everybody's great. But there could be a threat that we're talking about as well, right? This might not just be a reliability thing. There has been issues, from my knowledge, right? But there could also be a threat that's a concern, where it's like, dude, you could knock out the ability to launch your airplanes. Well, then the carrier kind of sucks as a warfighter if you can't launch any. Like, Sea-Wiz only goes so far.
I
right?
don't
So,
see a world where he's operating in a vacuum,
I don't either.
where he just unilaterally was like, you know what? No. Like
Yeah.
somebody is talking to him and giving him the daily briefs and he's
Correct.
going, put my name on it. Like,
yeah, he's not
very
sitting around
rarely.
in his tidy whities watching Top Gun 1 and that scene and going, we need more of that. Like, that's not,
like-
I don't, yeah.
He's like, Gypsy Danger was analog. We don't need electronic aircraft carriers. We need analog and steam.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I just think what my Uncle Jimmy said was pretty funny. I thought that was a funny turnaround. The Navy has not asked me what I think about catapults for a very long time. So, Gonky, I will tell you, I did do an E2 shot double digit once and speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our pilot says, my dad had hydraulic cats on the USS
There you
Boss.
go.
Wow.
Bring those back. Those were messy. Could only imagine. Jeez. Could you imagine one of those letting
Davey
go?
says, hey, mover, Gonky, and paddles. 9 flights left till field CQ check and soft wings.
Nice.
Been watching for 6 years. Wombat, do you have any T-45 CQ stories?
Do not go full aft stick on your first catapult shot into T-45. You will go to the beach. And if you do it, don't post your HUD footage to your Instagram account when you get back to the beach, because you will not come back to the boat. Quickest way
They
to
had
DQ.
Instagram back then?
In
No, he's talking about
2014?
for now.
Oh,
Wait, do we? Yeah.
Maybe it was
Oh.
Facebook back then. It was when I was a wing paddles, dude. We had a guy take his first
okay.
cat shot,
I got you.
full aft stick, full aft, not ideal.
I heard about this.
what happens?
And
Tell me the
you
story.
Cobra.
stall the airplane.
Cobra,
You
dude.
do the Cobra maneuver.
Did he die?
No. And I'll tell you what, nobody knows why, to be honest with you. Like, it was
Pilot skill, dude.
no. No, because if it was that, he wouldn't have done the first move. Okay.
Right.
So, I mean, he freaked out. Which, okay, it happens. I mean, Gonky, you still remember. Like, I still remember rolling behind the boat the first time. And I'm like, what in the hell am I doing here? Like, who signed off on this? Like, it's a monster. But when you're shot to the beach after your first cat shot, maybe while you're waiting for the debrief, don't post the video. Just maybe. So.
66cc Rider says, ask Six Flags how many times their electromagnetic coasters are not operational. Maybe he wrote a coaster that broke on him.
Maybe.
There you go. I bet. That's probably where
Steam.
it's all from. Has nothing to do with the Navy.
Kevin, thank you for
5
whatever
joules and
this
a
is.
treat. I like treats.
Bill's
10.
Mafia is hiding still. Bill's Mafia is still hiding.
What is
Charles says, Mover, I've asked before, why are you not flying F5s with the VFC 204s? They're getting Super Hornets. I'm in New Orleans and see them all the time. You already know the T-38s.
They're getting supers at 204.
Mhm.
Is that where we're at now? I guess the Navy doesn't have any Charlies left, right?
No.
Yeah, they're getting the Super Hornet.
Yeah.
Gave them all the Marines who are.
I wonder if they'll go back to being VFA.
I don't know, man.
No,
Probably not.
Because they VFA 204 or were they VFC 204?
VFA.
Well, what
VFA,
about the
and
one in Virginia Beach? What was
That
that?
was
That was
VFC.
VFC.
That was VC 12.
But I thought they had Charlies.
They did.
They did, but we
They
were
pure
VFA.
red air. Yeah.
Dude.
We pretended.
So the VFA designator was just because they could theoretically re-spool up and go? Is that the difference?
That was the reason they could not keep me on their books, because they had a strategic reserve element, and my BUPERS code came back non-deployable, and the skipper's like, well, we can't have you on the books if you're non-deployable.
Let
And
me
I'm
tell
like,
you.
but the aliens would have to be attacking for this jet to go to a combat situation. And
There's a large group of sailors apparently on the Lincoln that would love that BUPERS
Hey!
code.
segue.
What a segue.
Perfect. Do it.
I'm not saying it. This is you guys.
All right.
For segues.
Like Mover said. Apparently the Lincoln is having some issues. Statement, though, from Acting Secretary of the Navy. USS Abraham Lincoln crusher deployment will return home as soon as part of a planned rotation. Details will come. But let me be clear. The safety and security of our sailors and Marines always comes first. Mission accomplishment, troop welfare. This is how we lead. The Lincoln was extended because of the mission demanded it. Deployments are hard. Combat operations make them harder. War is hell, and normal routines are disrupted. One of the hardest aspects about warfighting, beyond knowingly placing our service members in harm's way, is that even with the best planning and communication, change and uncertainty will always be in play. Our success depends on how we adapt. Sailors and Marines are expected to dig deep, and they always do. So here's some of the, so he addresses the media. Unfortunately, the media is trying to paint our warriors as victims. Not only is that dishonest, but it takes away from the folks, the enemy, and the threat it poses against our nation. So there's been a lot of Facebook, whatever, Twitter, news media coverage of, no food, mold, just the most like heinous living conditions possible on a Navy nuclear powered aircraft carrier, the Lincoln. But here's the truth: 266 days deployed, 200 days in combat zone, 10,000 sorties, 1.5 million pounds of ordnance dropped. The retention rates on the ship are among the highest of all carriers. And then it's also true a small number of mental health cases were treated, no loss of life. Meal plans were adjusted when fresh resupply was unavailable, without a single meal being missed, and calls home were limited when the operational threat was too high. So he addresses the fact that, time's a little bit tough out there, but that is war on a Navy carrier.
This was written
Doug,
by AI, by the way.
You don't say.
It's got every tell of an AI. Like,
Yeah.
I can't unsee it.
Mm-hmm.
This is look, Gonky, don't let anybody ever tell you that you can't get away with AI at the higher ranks, because this is 100% written with AI.
So you're
But go
saying
on.
there's a chance. Doug,
Yeah.
play. Have you got a couple of clips, sir, documenting said deplorable conditions?
I do.
You have control, sir. Whoa, you have to start from that.
So far, so good.
Do we
Doing
have
great, Doug.
volume?
Going great.
Nope. No volume.
Did you
No volume.
did you share your audio as well, Douglas?
It
Oh, you're
doesn't-
muted.
Hey.
That's why.
You got some people following you now, though, so that's cool.
There we
Hit
go.
play.
Try again.
Yep.
Yeah.
From the top.
I haven't touched land. Morale's low because we haven't hit a port in about 7 months. I mean, I haven't stepped off the ship in the year 2026. I haven't been off the ship. I haven't touched land. Morale's
And then, yes. Is that all we
All
have?
submariners are now rolling their
There we
eyes.
go.
But continue.
No, not the music.
Oh. Hmm.
It's a lot less fun without the music.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
is.
know.
Is that all we got?
She says no longer accepting. You knew what you signed up for. You have the one with the from X.
Yeah, the hard hat, the
Hang on.
toilette. Yeah, so man. Oh, he's got it. Wait. Maybe. No.
Yeah, it's not working.
Yeah. So
I got it. Hold on.
do you have it?
Here we go.
Oh,
Here we
he's
go.
got it
Yeah.
now. You're gonna mute
So
this.
here we
one,
go.
too.
Play 'em, both play it.
Actually, audio might work. Go ahead.
This is what we go through on a carrier. All right, y'all. So a couple y'all wanted to see how the ship look or the head look, aka the bathroom. It's the showers right here. You feel me? This is what we go through on a carrier in the Navy. They say join the Navy, right? Join the Navy. And look at this, y'all. This is crazy. This ain't even the worst part, man. Sinks atrocious. Wait till y'all see the toilets, man. Look at the toilet. Y'all expect me to take a doodle in this, y'all?
It's got a seat.
Yeah,
That's pretty
crazy.
good.
Look at this. Come on now. Join the Navy, though, right? Join the Navy. Yeah, all right, bro.
Oh,
See,
the
that
duct
one
tape.
you don't use. That one you don't use. Like, it's
Perfect.
very clearly
You
marked.
just got to use that one carefully.
Yeah, that's more of a number one, not a
Yeah,
number
but by the
two.
way, there's proposed community notes saying that might be the AC Charles de Gaulle R91.
I will say that does look very Nimitz class-ish.
It does. It does.
bathroom. I don't know
But
why.
I'll-
If you look at the beginning, he's got the hard hat on, which I
I
have
don't
no
get
idea.
that. That's bizarre.
Why
Well, that
he's-
could be. It could be a Nimitz class carrier in port or in dry dock, the
Yeah.
shipyards, and then they may have the hard hats.
Isn't
Uh,
it his job to clean said bathrooms though? Like, don't you
Maybe.
clean your own facilities?
Wombat, what do you think of this scenario, sir?
There's two sides, okay, that because this has interested me as somebody who did 3 deployments on the Nimitz with the wall bangers, who look who's back out there, CAG 9 now, and the wall bangers. I tried to find who the skipper of the ship and the CAG are, but I could not. Or I didn't recognize, at least didn't recognize the skipper of the ship. And I couldn't find who. Do you know who CAG is for CAG 9 right now? Is it anybody that would? Okay. But two things I've seen in the media on this. On the one hand, there's a lot of whining from people that, this is unbelievable. I can't believe it, blah, 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 blah. And on the other hand, and I like both of these, I dislike both of these sides equally. On the other hand, I've seen a lot of veterans go, oh, you think that was bad? Well, I did this. And it's like, dude, we're not here to compare who had the crappiest deployment, pun intended, right? Like, that's not the goal here. Anybody who signed up and served their country, they're a veteran, likely they've deployed in some form or fashion. Like, there's sacrifices with it. I mean, there are, and that's just the reality of it. I kind of joked with my buddy. I was like, oh, a disgruntled guy in the mess hall, like, shocking. Like, you never saw that before? Well, guess what? There was disgruntled guys in the officers' mess too. Because you're going to be, it's one of those things where Nasty told me this once. He goes, look, and dude, when it was Nasty and Trim, that was the highest morale I've ever seen. Right now, we did 3 deployments back to back to back. The first one, they were more kinetic. The one that I'm referring to now, very little, which is horrible for morale. It's horrible for morale for everybody. I was an E2 guy, and it was horrible for my morale. I didn't even have a chance to drop a bomb. It's horrible for the enlisted guys that are lugging around and girls that are lugging around the ordies. Like, that's horrible. It's horrible for everybody, right? They want to see the jets come back empty because they feel like they're doing something. That's their connection with it. And Nasty told me, he goes, man, there's two sides of this on leadership. He goes, number one, I only started worrying about morale when people stopped complaining. As long as people are complaining, I know that morale is good enough that they're still complaining. He goes, but number two, you have to be a leader within the realm of what we're doing. Now, they're fighting a different battle right now. We were, in Afghanistan for, whatever year blank of whatever that war was, right? So like, it was like local ops at that point. But I remember vividly, Nasty literally powered that ship up and said, I'm not giving them a second beer day. I'm not doing 90 days at sea straight. We're pulling into a port before we hit 90 days. He knew, right? So I've got to believe that the skipper and the CAG, I want to believe that those people are giving the sailors as much as they can. That being said, operationally, sometimes you go without on a ship. I mean, that's just, brown lettuce, right? You had that, Gonky. Like, I mean, there's resupply things. It's not a base. It's not everything. And then when you're working in an arena where Bahrain was one of our major supply lines. I mean, that's where the COD guys hang out and collected all their per diem so they can come home and buy Harleys, right? Like, that's where they stayed. And then that gets attacked. That had to disrupt supply lines. So look, I'm not saying that it's good, and I feel bad for the people that went through it, but they all signed up. It's a volunteer force right now, as far as I know, unless somebody wants to correct me. But on the other side, as veterans, let's not look at this and go, suck it up, Buttercup, because I had bad time too, right? I did not go to the academy, for people that can't imagine that. But like, I use that as like the academy syndrome of like, well, I got treated like garbage as a freshman, so I'm going to treat you like garbage when I'm a sophomore. Like, the goal is not to have the worst time. I'm proud of these sailors and Marines, because there's Marines on the ship, which again, morale can't be down if there's Marines on the ship, because it's just too much fun. Those dudes are just doing pull-ups on every pipe and stuff. I mean, dude, having Marines on board is a blast because they do not fit on a ship whatsoever. And it is awesome. It's like your own comedy show 24 hours a day. And I loved it. But my point here is, you see these two facets, and God, I've already pissed people off with magnetic catapults, so I might as well go all in. You have the woke facet that's like, it hurt my feelings because I saw this video that may or may not be true, so I'm going to share it and I'm going to make a big deal out of it, even though it doesn't affect your life. And you go through your day and enjoy all your freedoms while these men and women are actually deploying. And then you have the other side, which is veterans. They get all angry and they're like, look at this new generation of softies that can't handle it. And it's like, dude, you complained too. You just didn't have TikTok. It's different, right? So that is the competing entities here. I will tell you, at the end of the day, my stance is I'm proud of everybody that's on the Lincoln. That is a tough deployment. I don't care who you are. That's a lot of time at sea. And I thank them all for their service. And I hope they get home soon and they can get a little downtime.
Mover, you got any thoughts on signing up to stay on boats for long periods of time? With
I joined the Air Force, sir. I was on the boat for a week, and that was too much.
was
Prison
that-
on water.
was that were you tweeting and
Yeah, I would have been one of them. Where is room service? Where is maids service? Turn down service? I don't even. I can't imagine, man. 240 days at sea.
Dude, that's a rough.
It's prison on water. I don't know what to tell you. I also do see the other side to this. So there's two parts. I agree with Wombat. Because we're both on X and we see the back and forth and stuff. You're right. There's I had it worse and I was living in a foxhole and my MREs were stale and blah, blah, blah. And then there's the other side. It's like, it's the illegal war and, that like they're using it as political talking points.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with this from a neutral third party who has no dog in this fight, is I see it as a national security issue too.
Yeah.
Because our own media, I mean, just imagine, right? World War II. I guarantee you those sailors did not have the best of living conditions for the entire time they were out to sea. And I also guarantee you it was a long time. And they didn't have internet so they could tweet and, you know, show videos and tell mom that it was so bad and all that stuff. It was letters that may or may not arrive at some point. Yeah. But could you imagine the media back then in real time? I mean, I know in some places, you know, they were anti-war and stuff like that, but I'm saying in real time, giving the conditions of the sailors in an exaggerated manner, right? Because some of this stuff I have seen where it turned out not even to be a carrier. You know, it had like, you know, cinder block walls and tile floors, and you're like, that's not a boat. Could you imagine the aid and comfort to the enemy of doing that? Like, there are some things that we handle internally, you know, and don't make a spectacle out of, because it is not helping those sailors that are out there. It is basically, you're telling our strongest enemies our weaknesses, or not even our weaknesses. You are telling them our perceived weaknesses. And the media is then ginning up all this negativity, and then people don't want to sign up. People then, you know, they're writing, they're like, oh, how many parents are probably contacting those kids on that boat going, I heard you were, you know, eating the diarrhea lettuce and you were about to die and the meat was rotten, and oh my God, are you okay? You can't re-enlist. Like, public perception is so easily swayed by stuff like this because everybody wants to feel good and everybody wants that dopamine hit and everybody wants it to be the best thing ever. But guess what? It's an active military operation. And I just don't see the, you know, the alternative, which they're not going to like even more, is an absolute media blackout where they go, you know, turn everything off. You're not going to get to send anything back until you get home. Obviously, they don't want that, and that's not good for morale either. But I just think that, like, people just are they're foaming at the mouth just to have something as a hit piece against what's going on at the expense of our sailors, soldiers, and airmen.
Well,
space
and to that,
whatever we call them.
Yeah, to that point, Mover, you brought up a good point about the parents and stuff. Like, it made me think of my mom. You know, I mean, she was there, you know, and I'd make the phone calls at what was it, Gonky, like $1 a minute to call home or whatever ridiculous thing. Or, you know, you had email in the ready room, kind of like whatever the precursor was to dial up, I think is what we had. And again, that's not me to say, like, I'm not comparing, like, I love the technology. I think it's great that they have Wi-Fi on the ship and cool things like that. That's great. Probably makes playing Xbox a lot easier. But the thing I'm getting at is, like, I wouldn't want my mother seeing these, because we lived under the premise of no news is good news, right? I'm fine. Like, I'm doing okay. I have what I need. I'm surviving. I don't, you know, I wouldn't want, I feel bad for the parents that, you know, because we are a social media generation now where it's like, dude, is this really, oh my God, my kid's on that boat. You know what I mean? Like, is this really that bad? And then it just spools up, and you know how algorithms work, right? You watch one full video of how bad it is on the Lincoln as a parent. Now you're going to get every damn video of how bad it is on the Lincoln, even if it's not the Lincoln, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's the problem, where I don't think people realize, which again, breaking news, I don't think people realize that you don't have to post everything. Like, you can eat a meal without taking a picture of it. You can go work out without telling people. Like, it's possible. That applies here. And then B, like, I don't think people truly realize the negative that they bring to other people with their seemingly innocent comments and posts. Like, it really can have a hugely negative effect on people that don't know what's going on. And again, my hat is off to the sailors, Marines on that ship and that air wing. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you do. Get home safe. And, you know, and then you're going to have everybody that's on that ship will have the ability to make a decision on their career at some point. Do with it what you will.
Go to the guard.
Good points. I'll just say this. I'll just add a couple things. On every deployment, you're gonna have suicide watch. You're probably gonna have some people try to commit suicide.
Sure.
Every deployment. Before deployment, we've got gals getting pregnant because they don't want to go on cruise. On cruise, we got gals getting pregnant. They don't want to go on cruise. I mean, people will do everything they can. They'll go to great lengths to escape the prison on water, as Mover put it.
It's true.
So that's
why y'all are seeing aliens all the time.
That's
That's
nothing.
not the reason.
I agree with everything you guys said, especially Mover. That I'm astounded. The ship isn't like River City, like 24/7.
I agree.
Wombat said
Dude.
back in the day, all we had was email, and I would send an email out, and it would be like 2
Sit
weeks
there.
later, it
Yeah.
might go out.
Yeah.
Like there was no communication because we were doing combat ops as they are. So I'm like, it absolutely blows me away that they can just tweet away how, whatever. And Mover brings up a fantastic point. You are literally real time communicating that, like, literally the material condition of a United States warship in a combat zone doing combat stuff, dude. That is, you gotta lock that down. So I'll be the old nasty guy.
BT tests. Get your.
I'll be the old. I'll
Get
be
your
the old
waivers
fart.
in.
Yeah, I'll be the old part that says "suck it up, Buttercup." And I agree with you, Wombat. I guarantee you, if you look, there's probably 99% of the men and women out there just kicking ass and taking names, and there's probably 1% that's grabbed a hold of a microphone and yelling and screaming to mom. I'm no longer in the Navy, so I don't have a dog in this fight. But even where I'm at now, I've heard, like, when exercise feedback, the common theme is like, this is the first time a lot of these young people have ever been uncomfortable. Right. So, dude, it's the military. I don't care if you're in the Air Force, the Marines, Navy, like maybe even the Coast Guard sometimes. But you're signing up to be in some pretty unpredictable scenarios, and you may have to miss a meal. God help you, I mean, and everything is perspective, right? So, Mover and I were talking before the show. I mean, I got a good buddy that just retired from the Ohio Department of Transportation. And he told me, he's like, dude, I would not hire young people, and their parents would call me and ask, why didn't you hire my son? It's like, why are young people crying to mama and dad? Like, dude,
it's worked for so long. That's why.
Like, you're the freaking Navy, dude.
So
you're on a warship in a combat zone. Like, like there's no crying to mama out here. Like, when I was out there, did I complain to my dad? Sure did. Via email. When it got to him, no idea.
No, it may still be on its way for all you know.
And you know what he told me? I remember complaining to my dad about the ship and how shitty it was. And my dad literally said, hey, listen, he's like, I know it's hard now, but he said, you're going to look back on this experience, and there's going to be things about it that you're going to miss. He's right.
Yep. My dad said the same thing.
So, and that Mover, you could apply that to an Air Force deployment, right?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah. A few times the Wi-Fi was out. Very hard to deal with.
Fan in front of my
tea
treadmill.
time was already booked. You're like, but I wanted that tea time.
There was no hard ice cream.
Was closed. Yeah.
But I
hear you, man. There is definitely a part of me that's just like, look, dude, like you're there. It sucks. And you know what? I'll tell you what, I'll take being on a ship for 200 days in combat than being the guy on the ground that you heard and I heard over the headset with bullets going by and getting shot at or getting killed and all that. It's like, dude, so it is perspective. I come on here and I try to only anger people on one topic, and I've already hit that quota for today. So I wanted to get both sides, but
I got you covered.
Thanks. I don't want veterans to just make this like my wife was worse war. Like, it doesn't need to be that way. Like, you're not proving anything. Everybody has proved what they did because they're elite in the fact that they're willing to actually sign up and go do it, which is vastly different than most of the population.
But that's not what I'm saying. It's, Sunday's steak is Monday's beef stroganoff, is Tuesday's beef tacos, which is Wednesday, like, dude, it's a Navy ship, man.
Yeah. Well, and you
So-
knew, like we knew when we got our resupplies, man, you know, hard pack ice cream, dude.
Yeah.
Those were, God bless. I love those days. Hard pack and lobster, that meant you're deploying for longer.
All
I hated
look,
those
you
days.
got all valid points. It's just
Well, Joe says I've heard of factors Bahrain, base getting hit, messed up resupply
Sure.
mail, etc.
100%.
Yeah, I'm sure it did, man. That's like I said, that's where all the COD guys were hanging out. I mean, that is, yeah. I'm sure.
Old Navy guy says CO CVN 72 is Captain Dan Keeler, who relieved Repeat Reeb.
The name sounded familiar to me,
CVW is
but I don't
Captain
know
Dutch
why.
Trich. The cruise you're on is its own animal.
Yeah.
I don't.
Naval architect here. The fact that the Abraham Lincolns managed to stay at sea that long is incredible. I doubt that most other countries' ship could do that.
No, I agree with
that
that
is
too.
incredible. Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing, man. Like I have a patch on my flight jacket that was like the underground, and I'm sure you saw those too, Gonky, where it was like the non-sanctioned flight jacket patch, the cruise patch. And it was like, I'd have to look at it. I'll post a picture. It's hilarious. But it was like, you know, like cruise 07, you know, global war on morale, worst cruise ever. Right. And it had all the squadrons. And then and then we get home and they're like, you're surging in a month. And you're like, and all we did for the surge cruise patch were we put a rocker and it said, we were wrong, surge 08. Like, I mean, dude, that's just part of it, man. Like, it's just part of it. So
Kevin says Wombat. I have neither the time nor the patience. Renee says they are with a battle group. The other ships are sharing supplies. She says she was on a supply ship. We pulled alongside to share supplies the whole deployment.
Yeah. God bless those supply ships. Thank you.
Old Navy guy says greenie board stickers around the ready room walls.
Mm-hmm.
Three Green says they're ways off the boat. Don't score high enough for a fighter slot and fly CODs for a living. Well, no, now you got to fly the Osprey.
Yeah, that plan. Don't do that plan. It's scary.
Ebe says it's all propaganda. It's sad to watch. It was the honor of my life to work for former Senator John McCain's campaign, and he withstood so much torture to keep himself from being used for propaganda. Wow. Tom says, can the USO fly out some cheerleaders to improve morale?
I'm not sure that would improve the cheerleader morale.
Need this on this show.
Yeah.
Yes.
For my morale.
Send them to Mover's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that won't be weird and creepy at all.
Not for me.
What are we?
Kevin says, Mover and Gonky, you do great work. Wombat, you sir do great work here and on your channel as well. Keep pressing, gentlemen.
Thanks.
That's right. Go subscribe. Never down, never out. How many episodes you up to?
230 something.
Oh, wow. You almost have as many as the Abraham Lincoln has days at sea.
I'll surpass it because they've got to come home eventually.
Yeah. Subi says, what's up, fellas? Trying to learn air refueling in DCS. I'm struggling with PIO, pilot-induced oscillation. Need advice?
Just turn the
Relax.
autopilot on. Yeah.
Relax.
Just don't do that. Wiggle your fingers and toes or whatever the DCS version of that is.
Shake your mouse. You can still wiggle your fingers and toes.
Okay.
Freeze
I'm
the
not
stick.
sure.
Just see what it does. And the new Area 51, what's up? Greetings from Austria and all hail Airwolf. Hell yeah. Great to see Wombat again. He's my spirit animal. Hopefully he's been he got an advanced review copy of Air One. Hopefully he's been reading that on this trip. Scott says 1,000 joules air travel.
Nice.
Thank you. All right, Gonky.
You guys have no idea what all those things with the jewels mean, do
Not
you?
even
No,
a little
it's
bit.
cool. I can tell it when you thank them. You're like,
We're
dang.
appreciative. Well, we don't know.
It'd
I
be
mean,
10 Porsches for all you know. It's not.
Hey, so this happened. Flight radar reports just after midnight, a pair of American Airlines flights with the same call sign were on frequency near Phoenix. Call sign confusion has resulted in previous incidents. I'm going to roll the tape. Make it large. Here we go.
2482, if you're up, radar contact, maintain 9,000. Probably, yeah, maintain 9,000, next 2482. Roger that, welcome aboard, I'm showing you at a 5,800, is that correct? Someone just took that for us, but American 2482, we are 6,000, climbing 9,000. Alright, American 2482, American 2482 on the arrival. If you're on the arrival on Eagle, you know what? Somebody else has your American 2482 on the arrival. I need you to maintain 10,000. 10,000 for American 2482 on the arrival. And there's an American 2482 on a 0730 code. Is that correct? The departure. Affirmative, climbing 9,000. Roger. On the departure, I need you to maintain 9,000. Traffic 1 o'clock and 10 miles. Is your company same call sign out of 1,800 descending to 10,000? Incredible. We're looking. Thank you. Inside, actually, American 2482 on the departure.
Dude, what the?
American 2482, the departure. Traffic 12 o'clock and 3 miles is your company. 1,000 descending to 10,000. Maintain 9,000 for the departure. Traffic inside American 2482. American 2482, the arrival at a 1,000. Traffic south of your position, less than a mile, level at 9,000. Traffic inside American 2482 on the arrival.
Dude, good for this controller, man.
Oh yeah.
Like, bravo. How does that happen?
American 2482 arrival. That traffic's no factor. You could descend via the arrival. Thank you very much. American 2482, a departure. The departure at 9,000. Climb, maintain flight level 210. Climbing 210, departure American 2042.
Wow. You're
Big
muted.
sky, little plane. Big sky, little plane. No?
Go with your
Dude,
data.
go-
Tell us
dude,
your
go-
thoughts.
That
Dude.
controller, I would buy that dude a beer. I want every controller. Like, he recognized it and figured out a way to deconflict, like, immediately. Like, that was, to me, like, good. If he ever reaches out to me, I'll buy him a beer. I'll send him books. I don't care. That's amazing, dude. That's
Can you imagine the poor dude that's got to read the ASAP report? He's like, wait a minute.
Dude, he's like,
wait. He's like, wait.
yeah.
He's like, wait, was
That-
2482
dude, how does that
leaving
happen?
or coming, or were you coming or
Yeah.
going? Both. What?
Were they both like American Airlines actual, like
Probably.
big
Oh, yeah.
planes?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
probably.
So that wasn't like a regional to, because you guys don't. It's like Eagle, right? Or the American.
No, it's usually like Blue Streak or what, like it's some other.
Yeah, I don't
Dude, I'm just amazed. Like, wouldn't that be
Holy
something to
hell.
dispatch would catch?
know.
Maybe.
I mean, my guess is that it had to be a delayed flight
yeah.
and something. But like, yeah, you've all been flying where the call signs are close and it's horrible. Right?
Yeah.
Like where it's like one digit off and you're like, what idiot couldn't figure this out? And I got to deal with this for the whole sector. That. And
But
oh, by
dude,
the way,
they were converging.
I know. Not only was it that, but let's do it at midnight where we're
Yeah.
all our sharpest. You know what I mean? It's like,
Mover, what's your take, sir?
There's very little that I can say without sounding like a sour grapes. But
text it to me. I'll say it. It'll come from me. and it
so
won't
what
sound-
it's supposed to be, it was in the AOM. I've actually flown with it's called a stub. And they put like a letter behind, usually like a P, Papa.
Oh yeah.
So one of these crews didn't get the memo, and it's more than likely, Wombat is right. The operation is such a dumpster fire, like all the time.
What? Where? At the airlines?
At this one.
Hmm.
So what
News
it's
to me.
supposed to be is, if this company weren't perpetually late, there's a 9 o'clock departure out of Chicago that goes
Okay.
to Phoenix and arrives at 10:40. And then an hour and 5 minutes later, 2482 goes to Chicago. So more than likely, if I had to guess,
Mhm.
Wombat is correct, where the dumpster fire operation, because it's a late day, cascaded. Couple airplanes show up, and the gate agents are like, "Who? What? We gate? Why do you want a gate?" or crew swaps, maintenance swaps, timeouts,
Yeah.
whatever, so that the Chicago inbound is so late that the Phoenix one took off also late. I mean, 11:45. I mean, they might be on time.
Yeah.
And no one caught it because, again, dumpster fire.
Yeah.
And now you have nobody picked up that they could have been a stub. The other option is that they were a stub and nobody, like none of the crew were like, hey, that says P. What's that mean? Whatever. 2482
Yeah.
checking in. You know what I mean?
I will take the pilot side on this. I'd be shocked at the second option. It's possible.
Yeah, no,
but I'd be
it's
shocked. I'd be
it's
shocked.
more than likely the
Just delayed
cascading
ops and
failures of
Swiss
the
cheese.
operation that continues to amaze everyone, really, that they can consistently be so bad at running an on-time machine,
Dude,
no matter where they are.
That could have been so
Oh, dude.
bad.
The first guy that says, hey, that was for us, right? Like the confusion's already there. Kudos to the controller.
Yeah.
You're a rock star. I mean, he assessed, figured it out. I mean, he's probably looking at pulling the slip going, hey, dude, hey, Joe, what's it? Am I
Actually, he's been an air traffic controller for a while. He probably pulled it like, check out this. Like, this is so
dude.
dumb.
Well, this is the home of America West, which is what American Airlines has, took
Dude,
over
that
American
is
Airlines. So that's probably like
good.
every day in Phoenix they used to deal with this. But the normal thing, again, is the stub thing with the letter at the end. Usually controls would be like, hey, heads up, there's an American, 690 and 790 or something. If it sounds very similar, they'll be like, they'll let you know, hey, these call signs sound similar.
Yeah.
I've never heard it where it's the exact same call sign.
That's insane, dude.
It kind of reminds me of when we were at Eglin. I had the call sign Race 01 and there was a Racer 01, and they would constantly get us confused because of the one letter, but at least it was different. Usually the system won't even allow you, to file that.
Good God.
But
I don't know. Yeah, dude. I don't know if people realize how dangerous that could have been that night.
Well, they went, and then for them to converge in the same piece of sky.
Yeah, that's the
Holy moly.
That controller needs to buy a Powerball ticket because, good Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was close.
That's bad. That's bad.
All right. So let's see. We've got things from the audience here. We got Alex says, how did we lose control of the Gulf and not prepare our allies in this area? Above my pay grade.
That's a whole show. Yeah, that's.
And then JD says, I'd like to start the GoFundMe for Mover and Gonky Show cheerleading team. Can I volunteer? Dude, if we had the cheerleading team, it would look like the remake of that prison football movie.
Dude, no, there'd be no show. Mover would just stand there with his mouth open.
Yeah. Longest Yard, but the remake where it was the prisoners.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. It's funny.
Or it could be that Gonky.
Yeah, you just be like, whoa.
Yeah, well.
Nothing would get done.
It would be like me watching the first part of that Blue Angel.
Yeah. Is this a show about planes? That's funny.
Small disagreement about AA turned to crap after US Air bought it. I flew AA for 10 years, then I jumped to United. Really?
Wow.
As a pass, see, I didn't work for them before that. All I know is I used to fly on them, and I flew US Airways and I flew American Airlines a lot in the military. And US Airways was always a terrible, terrible, terrible product. And American Airlines back in the day was awesome. And then when they merged,
that was a rough merger, though, right? I mean,
yeah,
as far as mergers,
there's so many
went
different
in the
pilot
industry.
groups.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was a rough one. Like
everybody hates each other. I mean, the whole movie, Sully, the first part, they're talking about the merger. Like it made the movie.
Yeah, that was, because we had some instructors, because they didn't hold out for age 67 and they hit 65 and they still wanted to give back to the community. Just wanted to plug that rant as well. And they came to be contract instructors for us. And man, they were still talking about that merger. And I'm like, good God, man, like at some point.
Yeah.
she's gone. Like you gotta let her go.
Either way, it is that now. It doesn't matter when it happened. It is what it is today.
Yeah.
So, hey, so Turkish F-16, I commented on my channel, so I'm just going to let you guys watch the tape and you can tell me about your feelings.
I haven't actually seen this yet at all. So I've been under a rock. So
Doug's, I've got it, but Doug, you seem like you have it. So here you go. That's a very short video.
Huh.
He hit some trees.
Yeah, see that? Like right there.
Wow, dude.
That's
Wow.
So here's another one.
What was the aftermath? Oh,
Uçak yandı uçak. Uçak
Ooh, I liked what you did there. That was cool.
uçak yandı uçak. Vallahi billahi yandı. Eyvah.
Ay hem de 2 tane şurada da oldu.
there's 2.
Yeah, some people have said that
Ay,
the first one is the
Ana.
370-gallon fuel tanks,
Mm.
and the second one's the thing, which I kind of didn't realize the first time I covered this, because I assumed the tanks would be dry, because you have a 6.5 G limit on that jet until tanks are dry, and usually shenanigans would happen when the tanks are dry. The fact that he was doing this shortly after takeoff with full tanks, whew, even worse. But go on, your thoughts.
Did he get out?
Yes, he did eject successfully.
So nobody died before I make comments on this.
Survived. He survived,
Just checking.
according to all reports.
Go ahead,
Dude,
Wombat.
that's insane. I mean, like, I'm blown away. Like, I don't know where that was in flight, what he was doing, but I've got to believe it was not. It was a deliberate act. Like he was trying to showboat or fly.
So
or whatever.
previous to this, it was a 3-ship. They were buzzing some boats, and then if you watch the video, Doug, do you have it still, or do I need to?
I have one that I don't think we've seen before that covers all of it.
Okay, go ahead. That is.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow. Oh, dude.
Almost took that people out. So there's a.
Yeah.
You can't see it because of how they crop that.
Oh,
video.
there's another. Okay, there's another F-16. This one's
Yeah.
by. Oh, geez.
Here, I'm going to show you mine, so to speak. Right here. It's an assembly of maintainers or cadets or something that he's flying over. And he was buzzing, which, as I commented before, their morale went from very high with hearing loss to very low.
Not combat related hearing
Yeah.
loss, by the way. Service related. So
I mean, dude, he's probably 20 feet.
you could see him start. Is sorry, I don't know why I point at my screen when we're on the internet, but is there like is that light off the canopy, or is he already starting to dig in at that point and it's vapes off the nose there?
That's light. You
I
don't
think
get
it's just
vapes
light.
off the nose. You don't get
Alright.
vapes off the nose. In a
I didn't
Viper.
know. I don't. Dude, that's so he may not have actually even reacted.
No, he did. You can tell he's
Okay,
already. I mean,
trying
right
to
here,
climb
he's.
there.
But he's too low to do anything about it.
So people are saying the tanks came off first and then T punched and the
Yeah.
jet
So
went in, and
basically,
that was
what
the
their
two.
their assessment, internet experts, is that these tanks rip off, which I don't see how they do, but that the trees. Take the
You've also
tanks off.
never flown a Viper that way, movers.
I have not. But then he hits. My question is, usually you'd be doing something like this. Not that I've ever done this, but if I were to do something like this, I wouldn't be doing it with,
Full
10,000 pounds of fuel. I'd be weighted, it'd be the end of the mission at like, 2,000, 3,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So you
I
have all
don't
the
condone
Gs.
it.
Yeah, dude, I mean, to me, it looks like a case of showing off going bad. I mean,
Yeah.
thankfully he got out. Hopefully nobody was seriously injured. I mean, that's kind of scary. Looks like a mom, some kids standing right there.
Yeah.
The two smoke things, man. I mean, usually the black smoke is the fuel burning. That other one is a different color smoke. So I don't know
Yeah, that's weird.
if, because usually fuel when it
I wonder if
burns
that's
some
the
color.
trees. Is that the trees burning that he hit and then the plane went in later?
Dude,
Maybe
I
the
don't
tanks
know.
didn't come off. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
No
just
idea.
the trees vaporizing as a
The tanks
Viper
are
went
so
through.
like up, like I
Yeah.
can't imagine them being ripped off
Having
without
the-
taking the wing
having-
with it.
yeah.
Yeah, or staying local to wherever the rest of the airplane
Right, being that
Yeah.
far apart.
crashed. Yeah, so that to me, that's a little weird. What is that over there that's burning? Is that another piece of the puzzle? But I mean, from that short clip there, from what I can see, man, like you said, it looks like the maintainers were out there. I mean, in the RMAF, we used to do similar stuff minus crashing into the trees, but we
Good
would do
technique,
flybys
good
for the
technique.
maintainers because it was their airplane and they enjoyed seeing their airplane fly. So, but we didn't do anything quite as crazy as 20 feet over their heads, but it looks like they were trying to do a morale enhancing maneuver and it went sideways, man. So that's not good. Yeah.
That's insane. The fact that he got out is insane.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, I mean, we hit trees and mountains too, don't we, Mover? I mean,
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that again.
it happens. It happens. I mean,
Is the ejection on the Viper mover, is it just the handle between the legs like a Hornet? Same. Okay. I'm just trying to think of how fast you had to be, but I guess like because in the Hornet with the center stick, you're right there, right? I mean,
You
it's
had to go from
quick.
either.
Yeah,
hand.
it's just man. Ooh.
Yeah, he's lucky he survived. Someone
You
commented
might
on my
not
video.
feel it. but-
Well, someone commented on my video that he was a 20-year veteran.
dude, that stinks.
Yeah. Mhm.
They had a big purge of officers back in their uprising back when what was that, 2016, when they purged a whole bunch of people and they had the stuff, unrest.
Yeah.
So I wonder if a lot of their more experienced instructors and stuff.
Yeah. What
I
kind
don't
of
know.
talent they have?
Yeah.
That sucks, man. Don't do that. Do not duplicate.
Emerald says, don't know if you guys do it in America, but in Turkey, if we see our friend walking on pavement, we steer and accelerate our car towards him, braking hard at the last second just to make him flinch or afraid a little bit. Same in the air, I suppose.
Well, in that case, this seems
Might be
to
a cultural
this
thing.
seems to be a great. That's right.
Yeah.
God.
I'm not gonna lie, may or may not have done that in high school, but
Yeah, totally. That's
yeah.
when you're a really good driver.
Old Navy guy says you can see tanks or ventral fins flutter down. Oh, wow.
Mm.
Julie says no military courts in Turkey will be charged as action against state and be in prison a long time.
Oh,
Thanks.
jeez.
RM Nevada says I was top tier American Airlines and got screwed by the U.S. Air Management. UAL took care of me as their top tier flyer. Never look back. My friends that fly AA out of DFW are always getting screwed and complaining. Yeah. All right. On the lighter side, I guess we talked about this back in June. Marine Hornet hit the mountain, hit the trees, and then into the mountain.
Right, yeah.
And safely and successfully ejected. The body cam footage has come out, not all of it, but at least some excerpts, and we have that here. Douglas, roll the tape, please.
I am, sir.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Okay, let me see. Parachute laceration.
Yeah, it looks like I went through some trees and whatever.
Okay.
All right, Jackson, I'm glad you're safe. I'm gonna let you go. All right, man.
It's like-
Thank you very much for
It's
the
like
help.
the
I'm
OnStar lady. You're safe now.
Oh, it's ours, and I'm out with the pilot right now. He ejected. Yeah, we're on the backside of Rimrock, kind of by South Fork Bear Cove area. Their fire and aid's on their way right now. We got the hillside on fire where the jet landed.
Yeah.
What kind of jet is that?
That's an F8. Well, that was
An F-18?
No, still
I heard
good.
you guys.
He gets
We
it.
were doing circles over the lake, doing in some low-level training.
Okay.
And then I tucked in, and I'm not sure exactly. Honestly, I'm a little.
No, you're fine.
When I tucked in,
You hit the tree bad, bud.
I went through the
Best fighter debrief ever by Billy Bob. You hit the tree bad, bud.
Yeah.
God bless America. I'm sorry. That is Holy crap! Could you imagine being in that dude's shoes? You just shelled out of a Hornet, and you're walking up to the cops, and this dude rolls in like, "You hit the tree bad." I wouldn't have done that. I'll tell you what.
You tried pulling up.
Yeah, tried
You
not
should
hit
have
the
been a little
trees.
better at the flying, and
Yeah.
not the landing.
Yeah,
sir.
you know that thing can't take a tree hit, right? My Uncle Joe is a crop
Oh,
duster, and he hit the trees, and it didn't work out so good for him, you know.
I did not hear that last comment the first time I saw that.
I didn't
video.
either.
That is hilarious.
I just made it.
Oh my god.
Well, Wombat, what do you think?
Dude, I feel bad for the guy. I mean, I don't know the whole story. I didn't see what happened. I mean, I know we had a guy crash and whatever. That sucks, dude. Like, that sucks. Like, dude, I'm happy he's alive. Looks like he got beat up a little bit, but it looks like it's all recoverable. Yeah, that's, man. I never want to be on a body cam image talking about my last flight with an injection. Like,
See, he needed to have ejected 20 years ago before the body cams.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 Gonky, what do you think, man?
Well, like Wombat said, I mean, I just feel bad. I just feel bad for him. I mean, he's walking out of the woods in just his flight suit, and that's probably the squadron duty officer. He's got
No, he was on the phone with 911.
Ah,
That's who he was on the
911.
phone
Was that
with.
911?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was on the phone with 911.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just I mean, dude, you go from zorching around having a good time in your fighter jet to getting
Walking
banged
in the
up.
woods?
Now you're strolling through the woods talking to 911, dude. I feel bad for him. You know, we covered it a while back. I don't know what they're doing. I would probably say, I mean, he obviously is probably in some sort of shock, but
Mhm.
probably not a good idea to say too much, you know.
Mhm.
I'm doing circles around that lake over there, and
Mhm.
you know, because you just never know, the investigation will start, and you know, all that stuff will be just evidence that the Marines will use. So I probably just wouldn't say a lot other than, hey, you know, my head hurts, got blood coming down my face, and you know, there's a fire probably back there somewhere. But
Thirsty. I'd like to talk to my SRO.
correct.
Tell
What
me-
time is it? I'm hungry. It's like he is the senior ranking officer. He's the
yeah. Come
Yeah.
get my
Tell me
fucking-
about a time in a previous job where you had somebody correct you and you didn't like their debrief. Like,
yeah.
Well, it's on this body cam.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm glad
I
he's
mean,
okay and we can laugh about it, but
there's really, I mean, dude, he did the right thing, right? He's walking up to the cops.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, hey, I need some help here. Because obviously, dude, he's banged up. He's got blood coming down his
Yeah.
face. And I mean, I was pretty surprised actually. I mean, the helmet's gone, the G suit's gone, all that stuff is.
well, you don't know how long it had been. You know what I mean? How far out of the woods he's walking. I mean,
Dude, listen, me and Rip watched some Top Gun Maverick yesterday, and
Okay,
Maverick ran
pretty
in
quick.
all his flight gear like across the Alps to get to Rooster.
with
Like,
his mask dangling.
I just
yeah.
assumed that.
Yeah, it's fast. Yeah, it's part of the Marine PT test. That's true. That's good. I was thinking like a Navy guy there. That's my bad. That's my bad. So
No, but I'm like you, dude. I'm glad he's okay. And you know, whatever they find, they find. It was some pretty spectacular footage of the destruction of a Hornet and you know the near death of a pilot. So it's good to see that he's walking around and he's got some humor, right? Was an F-18. So,
dude, I give him credit for that. I
Yeah.
mean, not to be outdone by Billy Bob, who's
No,
like, he
dude.
hit that tree, but like, was this a comedy tour? Like, good lord, man.
Imagine.
Oh, dude. I
That's
wish
who they
I-
need to interview. It's like,
I
wait, did
know.
you see it happen? Yeah, boy.
Oh yeah, he hit that tree bad, bud.
I'll tell you exactly what happened.
That's right.
He was flying, then he wasn't.
But here's the thing, like plot twist. What happened after the body cam cut out?
I
Like-
wanted to see the whole body cam.
I
footage.
know.
Like,
Like, did
he
Marine
punch
just
the
haul off
guy?
and belt that dude?
Mover, when do they turn it off or does it stay on the whole time?
For the call, it stays until he clears, unless there's some policy that otherwise. But usually, it stay on until he clears the call.
Okay.
Oh man.
Glad he's okay, man.
I'm with you,
Yeah,
Gonky. I would say revert to your training. Stay as little as possible. Because I didn't understand what he was saying. Like, if you go back to the actual event, I don't know where he tucked in because they were like 180 out. Right? If I remember correctly.
This is what I'm talking about, Mover, of like not saying much.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry, some ice. This is what I'm talking about as far as like not saying much, right?
Yeah.
The investigators will be like, they have the video of what happened, and then they're gonna start looking. What do you mean you tucked under here? That's
I don't.
I mean, maybe it wasn't a good tuck under because
too much tuck, too much under,
too much under, less tuck.
I mean, he'd
less
probably
under.
been walking through the trees like, okay, I got to get my story straight. I got to get my story straight. I got to get this straight. And then he's like, first one, it was a tuck under. I was just trying to get back in position. Like, sir, there's 14 angles of your crash.
Yeah, it's
Well, I didn't catch his rank.
He didn't have
he
his
a young guy?
crayons.
I was trying.
He looks older, like a major, but
I was trying to see his.
Yeah, you can see it. I think he's a captain.
The crash aged him 40 years.
Well, people tend to.
Dude, Marines, they go to TBS. They go to. They'll do like a year in the dirt. I mean, by the time they actually operational, they're like 45 years old, anyways.
Yeah.
Never talk to the police.
No.
Yeah, do it without your attorney.
Yeah. Like, don't
Was that your jet? Who's asking?
Yeah. Sir, I don't.
What jet?
I don't answer questions. I wasn't driving.
Name,
I was
rank, serial
traveling.
number.
Just become a sovereign citizen immediately.
Yeah. I don't know, man. He survived. Thank God.
Dude, that poor cop's like, do I have to write this crash report?
Yeah.
Now somebody said he is a major, so I guess it was a major.
He didn't look like a major.
He's like, do you know that other Marine pilot who lost his jet?
The only thing that would have been better is if the guy at the end would have been like, you know, you're going to end up on the Mover and Gonky show.
Oh,
dude, AI can dub that. You know
You think
that.
so?
You know that. Somebody is going to take that body cam, and that will be what Billy Bob says after you hit that tree hard, bud.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hit that tree. Gonky's not going to like it.
Yeah.
I wonder what the Turkish Billy Bob said after he met the Viper guy who hit the tree hard, right? Like, what do they
I
say?
kill you.
Yeah, give me
Oh, man. Poor guy.
Nice.
Poor guy.
All right. Let's see what the kids at home are saying and wrap this show up.
Are we still on? I blacked out there.
Orista says no one cares if Ling turkeys crash the plane. Okay. All right. Thank you. JD says license, registration, proof of insurance. Oh, here you go. His name is out. Really? Maybe he was a major. Yikes.
Yeah, that's valid.
Garrett, do you really want to? I don't think we're gonna
put his name out there.
Yeah, he says now that his name is out there, he's a cool dude, super nice guy, and clearly funny. VMFA 323 is about to go to F-35C by 2029.
He's just helping him get there quicker. That's all.
I appreciate the comment, Garrett, but I'm not putting that dude's name on.
Yeah, we don't want to get him.
Yeah.
Trouble, yeah.
Tiger Rose says F-16 or F-18 trains win every time. Hey, we're equal opportunity here.
That's right.
Tom says, Billy Bob, you can't park there, bud.
Dude, I've watched that body cam
Same.
like a dozen times, and I've never heard that at the end. That is classic.
Brent would like to know, what does it mean to tuck in the Hornet? I think it means hit trees.
Yeah. You're about to be on some body cam image, I believe. But
yeah.
I don't.
You're about to make the Mover and Gonky show.
I don't recall.
Usually it means closing formation, but again, from the video I saw, they were 180 out. So I don't know.
And then the tuck under is like Mover's talking about if you're doing like a ridge crossing or something, if you it's basically an aileron roll.
He was he already hit trees by then.
It was tucking itself, like due to loss of
auto tuck
pieces.
If he thought he did the tuck,
he did not.
He's probably wrong. No, he hit the tree.
Correct.
Dude.
JD says I would have started doing field sobriety tests and asked for his license.
awesome.
Old Navy guy says trees don't have a PK of 1. Lucky. No, it does. It killed the jet.
It
Got
killed
it.
the jet. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
granted, it did. Right, the first trees didn't get it. It was the second ridge line in the trees.
Well,
Yeah,
it
because he
started
skipped off the first one, right?
Correct.
the process. Arm Nevada says, Beer Money, thanks for taking the time to do the show. It's our
Thanks,
pleasure.
man. Appreciate you.
Wombat, do you drink?
Not really, no.
So none of us
No.
Not really. Yeah.
Let's have a Coke. It's accelerating now. Zach says happy poop. I don't long range. Oh man. Long range sender says new growler team practice asking for a friend. The growler demo team called him right after. That's who was on the phone after. It's 911 and then the growler demo team.
Terrible.
You're gonna
John,
feel that one in the comments.
I used to drill with an Intel unit on board NAS New Orleans when VFA 204 flew A7s. Those guys love those planes like the Air Force guys love the A10. Great show. Thanks, John.
Thanks.
Yeah, the A7, because 97 was an A7 squadron prior. I mean, there was all sorts of stuff about it.
Mm-hmm.
Joe says you guys missed the clip where the old man tells the pilot, well, you have to fly higher. Does he really?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Oh,
It was a very
that's probably
intuitive bystander.
The next comment was probably like, "Oh, you need to fly that thing higher."
You guys should see if he'll come on the show.
Probably not allowed.
He's probably taking care of business.
Yeah.
Jay Carl says pre-ordered the book mover. Thank you. Thank you.
One. That's one.
Hey,
You got
just
tonight.
need to,
It starts with one.
It starts with one. Garrett says, all good. I wish they blurred out his name tape, but they didn't, and they released his name by accident. Glad he's okay, but he's a real character.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well.
Glad he's alive. Holy cow.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Oh, it actually is. Apple Valley News Now official. Hold on. Now I got to see this. I wonder if it's fake.
I've been digging for it and I haven't been able to find it yet.
News Now. Yeah, it's right here. It's 25 minutes.
the whole thing.
Does old Papaw do a full debrief? I mean, I can stay for another 25 minutes if he is going to narrate.
Might be worth it.
Dude. What is? Oh, there it is. Is it just 25 minutes of his body cam?
Just looking for some random Marine in the woods. It's boring.
Love you. Bye.
You gonna play it?
Oh, you're not watching it with me? It's because
No.
Doug has blocked me.
guys.
I can't.
Circles over the wake, doing in some low level training.
Okay.
And then I tucked in, and I'm not sure exactly. Honestly, I'm a little.
Nope. You're fine.
When I tucked in,
You hit the tree bad, bud.
I went through the trees.
Jesus.
And I'm looking up. So like I'm here, I'm flying level with the ridge line, and then I have some adrenaline going.
No, here. No, you're good. Come sit in my truck here. Take a seat and you can make a call.
Oh, I was going to let him drive it.
Seat. You make a call.
That's a bold strategy based on his track record of driving. I would not.
No, you're good.
Wow, there's no room.
I mean, medical's on their way too.
Good God, they have a lot of stuff. Wow.
That was
That's about as close as it gets.
Yeah.
But I would imagine where he went in, like some of the first responders have to have a lot of gear because it's unpopulated areas.
Probably a lot of hikers.
Oh yeah.
Is he gonna bandage him back up? Oh boy.
Oh yeah, that's what's left of it right there.
Because I seen shit fly down, and I'm looking at your Jackson seat.
Yeah, so that was an F-18. I came over that tree line. I hit those trees.
Damn,
And I ejected.
you got to fly higher.
You need to go higher. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, this is classic.
Yeah. Do you need it for?
I need to make one more call. If that's all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if we have a first aid kit.
No, we got some fires on their way too. It's minor. It's
This guy's my new spirit animal, man. Like,
in that case, I'm going to prioritize this. That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Do you have any gear that's still up there?
that sounds about right.
Do you have a firearm or anything up there? Nothing?
Press 1 if you've ejected out of an F-18.
Okay. No, sure.
Dude.
This is better than Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, that's cool. They ask if he has a firearm. I mean, that's the cop's smart. He's thinking.
I gotta find any scene that this old man.
The old guy.
Hey, buddy, I just crashed. I need you to do
his hands on his hips back there.
Are you okay? I'm okay. Thank you, man.
He's good.
There you go, Marine.
I need to
tried and true.
Coordinate.
Still dropping the names.
Wave off CSAR and coordinate the missile.
Yeah, he's dead. Dude, as soon as you hear him on the phone there, you're like, he's definitely a major. Because he's already in the mindset of like...
Yeah, we're going to fire and stuff coming. So
thank you very much. I appreciate it. We're just trying to fly him down.
Yeah, he's definitely... He sounds like a main dude. That's...
The stuff untouched. You want to sense my work phone while you're dealing with this?
Yeah, I can get it.
Yeah.
Negative.
Thank God I never was on this end of it.
Dude. I'd be like, can I just sit in your truck?
Yeah, I've got to believe the...
Can I just sit in your truck?
When the adrenaline dump hits, like, I've got to believe it's just like...
Man, look at that thing. She's burning.
Yeah.
Before we do anything, do you want me to snap a couple photos of you? What you were like when you ejected? So they just can document exactly.
Oh, yeah. If
you want that? Yeah, I'll just take some from them.
How about no?
Yeah.
Dude. I don't...
Let's do it from the side.
It's for his dating profile.
Dude, in a military manner, too. Look at that.
Well, dude, he's a Marine. He's always in a military manner.
All right, now grab your ankles.
The investigation's coming. Oh, God, dude.
Dude, I don't know, like...
Did you guys take photos of anything? Okay, just all I ask is do not post that online. Okay.
Too late.
Too late. Yeah.
Pawpaw's like on the line. What does that mean?
Facebooks?
No, dude.
I had to
forgot
put that
my
disclaimer.
MySpace password for.
Hold on, let the man speak.
Didn't hear the jet hit.
703.
He's gold.
Oh man.
Was it watching the show and then all of a sudden all hell broke loose?
Yeah.
Didn't hear the jet hit.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
this guy.
Yeah, it should have.
Oh my God.
Hey, get the camera closer. We need to hear this man.
Do you want me? Two things left. Your mask is up there. I'll grab it. And your chute's right
Do you
there.
mind if I walk with you, sir? Or not?
Yeah.
I can help.
Yep.
I need to get away from this old man.
Yeah,
immediately.
dude, let me wait for this guy.
It might be in the thing that pulls your shoe down. Yeah, with the drogue and the seat. Yeah.
Okay.
So I should probably locate that.
Okay.
And I'll drop it to you.
Dude, good on this guy. I wouldn't have given two
So, yeah, right
F's
up and see
about
what
where
this
my
brown
seat
jet
was,
I'll show
where
you a better
anything.
way.
I would just feel like, oh, I want to go
Drive
back
me to the
home.
nearest diner.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Hop on in. I got your water, please.
Oh, he's
Can
got
I
his
make him
helmet.
ride in the back?
Yeah, fire comes up. Can you just let them know we're just right up the hill there? And then, yep, the only thing where you were at, so I'll just grab your mask, and then that was it. Dan.
Wow, dude.
Unreal, dude.
We can walk and grab that, and then we can drive up.
I mean, I give him credit for being as poised as he is, to be honest with you. I wouldn't have been that way.
No, I'd be hiding in the truck.
Yeah, dude. The body cam image of Wombat punching out after he pancaked a jet into pine trees, there'd be a lot more F-bombs. It would not be professional. at all.
Yeah, he's a
in fact,
Marine, though.
It would probably
Can you
be
guys fire him on the
used by the
roadside
Naval Academy as
guy
why
in the
they
South
didn't
Fork area
accept
there?
me. Frankly, it was a documentary. Like, dude, get on this guy. Like,
Comms suck out here.
he's like, tell me about it. My
You fly
radios
this
don't work
often?
either.
First time? Yeah.
Actually, second time. I did it yesterday.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Beautiful area.
Small talk.
You stay-
Come here
I
often.
feel bad for the cops just trying to help.
Okay.
Like, I mean,
apologize. My mouth tastes like bark.
No, you're good.
Dude, I went through.
How many trees? A whole tree line, probably? Jesus.
Oh, he just turned his body cam off.
Yeah, you're buy a lottery ticket. It's,
I think it was you for my left.
I don't think you need a lottery ticket when you cause your own
The two gals in the growler.
two gals in the ground. Oh, no.
You couldn't have stopped it. You should.
Oh, no. Oh, man. Ouch.
There are jeez.
Hey,
That last
so we're
clip
still
just
doing
keeps
this
on
show, I
giving.
guess. Yeah, we weren't just watching this for our own amusement.
No.
Old Navy guy says he's being his own on-scene commander. This is money.
dude, like I said, he's very poised. I give him credit for that.
Dude.
I won't even say that I don't think I could have been that poised. I know I would not have been.
I just hit
I'd have
the
wanted
trees
to
for a
play with
while.
the lights in the patrol car.
That's yikes. I mean,
Yeah.
that sucks, man. I feel bad for him. I mean, whether it was your fault or not, whatever, that sucks, dude.
Yep. He made the show.
Teammate, yeah.
Twice.
You know what really bummed me out about that whole thing is if anything ever happens to me in the future and I make this show because of it, it's not going to be nearly as cool as that video. And at the end, that cop or that old man will be like, hey, you got any of those trading cards, by the way? That'll be like, and I'll just be like, dude.
Papa.
Yeah. I heard about these trading cards.
Mama and Papa. They're going to pull over and get you out. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
man. Well, I'm glad he's alive.
Nathan says you all need to go to a Cletus event at the Freedom Factory to meet him and then steal a Crown Vic.
We have a connection that might not be as far-fetched as you think.
No one ever invites me to anything. You okay, Wombat?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Bruce says, did the USN retire the C2 too soon? Reference CVN 72. No,
I don't know if it would have
now they
mattered,
got the-
right? I mean, like if their supply base gets hit.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
think
you-
it matter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Although
well.
yes, because the C2 was better, but
Yeah. All right. Oh, one more. Lieutenant Dan, deputies in the western states need lots of gear. EMS can take a while. I've done 90-mile responses in my county in Wyoming and further mutual aid calls to other counties. Wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
yeah, that'd be a fun job to do though. Just out there, lone wolf, helping people. Just trying to think of future careers. So.
Oh, you could be a deputy. Joe says, mover, if you would leave your chair.
Oh man.
I've changed shirts since the last show. I actually did that this afternoon. I had to go back. I'm like, what shirt did I wear last week? And I almost grabbed the green one. And then I went and looked at one of our videos
That's
from last week. I'm
funny.
like, shit, it's the green one.
That's funny, man.
And for sure, no one would realize I never leave this chair. Oz says, so just to finish this after the ejection brief, he needed to fly higher, not hit trees, number one. Number two, the F-18 is not a good replacement for an axe. 3, you can't park an F-18 there.
That sums it up.
Yeah, that's
I can't improve upon that. Douglas.
no.
Nope. No.
Shall I
Doug.
come?
Yeah, come on back. Actually, you know what? We're gonna put you here.
Oh. Oh,
It
dude.
can't.
We had so many layouts.
Yeah. Like. No.
Anyway, well, this is fine. It's close enough. Hello, Wombat. Welcome to
Hey.
the top row.
Sweet. Been working hard to get here.
That's it. That's enough show for tonight. Thank you, Wombat, for joining us.
Next week,
Thanks for having me.
Go to Wombat's channel, subscribe.
Please do.
and next
Never
week
down, never out.
we have.
Hold on. Let me finish my advertisements first.
All right.
Subscribe to Wombat. Buy Wombat's 2 books. Pre-order Air 1 so that we
Yes.
can make it a TV show one day. Next week we have Mace. So prepare yourself.
So I won't be here. Fair. That's fair.
And I don't have a 5th thing. What else? Is
That's
that it?
man.
All
Thanks
right.
for we'll see you guys next week.
Doug, as always, thank you. And good night, everybody.
Night, folks.
Appreciate you watching. See you next week.